Hello, welcome back to another episode of Two Dudes Drinking Beer. I'm Josh.
I'm Alec.
And Alec, what do we have here today?
Man, I have the honor of introducing you to Anthony Campos. He's a longtime friend of mine, middle school, high school, homie. Anthony, tell the people what you do.
Well, I diverse in my work. I do two different jobs. One full time at a dealership. I'm a supervisor in the service department. I'm also a part-time sales consultant, if we can prop it up a little bigger than what it actually is, at Office Depot. So just those two little jobs.
Okay.
Nothing crazy.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Here is your beer, sir.
Thank you. Now, I told Alec I'm not gonna drink too many of these.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not even drinking right now either. I don't know if I told you. Got a little bit of
we'll trade.
Oh,
off
thank
really
you,
quick.
bro. I
I'll open
appreciate
that
that.
for you.
a little bit of a doctor's note right now. Not supposed to be drinking.
Alec's still on his prescribed leave of alcohol.
Yeah,
I hope everything goes well with those tests, man.
it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of
Yeah.
being patient and doing the right moves. But
Mm.
we're not here for me today.
No.
We're here for fucking you, dog.
Oh, for real? It's gonna be like considered. It's gonna be like all tabled around me.
Well, yeah, we don't like
Pretty
to.
much.
I mean, we usually have some stuff to go off of, but
The
like,
first half is going to be, especially, I've only met you once. I don't know if you remember. It was a long time ago.
I do remember.
was it here? Because he was telling me he's been here before.
He might have been here when I may or may not have lived here, but
Okay,
first time we met was at the trailer when we were talking about your
that's
music
right.
video.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
borrowed your hats.
Mm-hmm.
I remember now.
That's funny.
When we were going over the music video ideas.
Oh,
Damn. What? Wait. How many years was that?
probably 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Around
sounds
that time.
about-
It's been a long
It's got to
time.
be at least 5.
I
Yeah,
most
I-
likely had longer hair
Mm.
around that timeline.
I feel like I don't know you anymore. Because 5 years from being 20 to 25, I think not that you change,
Mm.
but I feel like people do have an ample amount of growth during that time.
Well, yeah, man, and that's why I'm so happy you're here, because not only is it like we get to kick it, but like to anybody who's watching it, like they get to see how we grew, as individuals, as people. So
Yeah.
I'm super stoked for that. And like, if you got questions, I'm gonna ask you whatever comes to mind, and you ask me whatever comes to mind.
I do, man, but it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. I want to ask
Weird?
you. It's a weird, random question, but I feel like it does help me. I guess kind of go deeper into the person's. Don't even know how to say it now, but if I were to give you, even you, I'm gonna ask you, because I feel
I
like
welcome it.
this question kind of like, all right, whatever. If I were to give you the option from right now, this moment, go back in time and spend a whole year and just be there present, and you can do whatever you want at that point in time and then come directly back, and you, like if you never left, it can be any era. Which era would you want to go back, and for what reason?
It has to be the past.
In the past, on Earth, yeah.
Any era?
And spend a year.
And spend a year. You could be a year, do whatever you want, live, and then you snap back a year, you come back. I feel like that helps me understand.
And just like no time has passed in the present.
Exactly. And
For
you can
sure.
just investigate and just.
That's a good question.
I would
Let's
say the Industrial Revolution, around there, like the early fucking teens and tens.
Okay.
I think that'd be really cool, seeing all this new technology come out for the first time and be like, yo, what's all this? This is super cool.
Yeah.
I'm selfish. I'm just thinking about going back to middle school and fighting bullies.
Oh, that's funny. That reminds me, dude. Remember, you were there too.
Yeah.
You were there.
We went to school together,
You're
dog.
right. Yeah. Anyway.
that's the hard sell while you're here.
Okay. Was it you were there in the circle when Mikey saw a man choke out a woman?
Bro,
Right.
I just talked. Oh, God. Okay.
That was crazy.
Okay. So I love this story because last time I got drinks with Mikey, bro, he was with this girl and I was like hyping him up and I was like, I know just the story.
So that's the one.
The defender of women.
Yeah.
That's the
So
one.
basically, I was sitting at lunch with these dudes and Mikey sees this girl like go, stop it, and Mikey just kind of looks over like, what's going on over there? And I'm like, I don't know, fucking who cares? And then you see this guy grab this woman.
Huge man. Huge.
And yeah, and you just start swinging her around by her hair and shit. And without even like a second thought, Mikey drops his bag and jumps on the back of this dude and starts fighting him.
Heroic, man.
Yeah,
I remember
dude.
that. And it was behind me. So when I turned around, I saw the complication, but in my brain, I was just in shock. Like, what is happening? But at that point in time, Mikey was able to see it because in the circle, he was on the opposite side. So he saw everything progress to get to that point. So he already had the, okay, I'm fucking this guy up. What's going on? So for me, I felt like a bitch because I didn't do anything.
And this was in middle school.
This was high school.
This was
high school.
Whether it was sophomore year or
Had to be sophomore year.
Sophomore year.
'Cause I don't think I was a freshman at that time.
Yeah, you can't.
It had to be second year.
Some 6'4" tall ass thick dude.
Yeah.
And this
he's a
little
big dude.
5'8" little Mikey, just that was
After having like a broken leg from soccer and shit, he's jumping on backs of dudes.
I remember that.
Was this on campus?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And the story continues, bro. I kept getting between them because like Mikey would like hit him in the face and he'd try to do like a spinning kick. Like I think there was something wrong with this dude, like kind of in the head, but you know he's attacking this woman, so like yeah, there's obviously something wrong with him. But yeah, he's like trying to kick and I keep getting between him, pushing him back, and Mikey's like, let me go, and I'd be like, all right, and I step back, and then Mikey like hits him in the face and then kicks him again, and then I get between him again, like between Mikey hitting this guy in the face, and then they break it up, and I go off campus because it was lunchtime, and they just let me walk.
Yeah.
They're like, do you want to give a statement? And I was like, nah, I'm pretty sure Mikey got that. And the yard duties were like, we need to take you to the office. I was like, they said I can go, and they're like, all right, have a nice day. And then Mikey came out like 20 minutes later, and he's like,
Suspended, right?
no,
You didn't get in trouble?
no, dude. They're like, good job, thank
Ah,
you, because he was like, I saw this guy hit this girl. I just reacted.
He did do the right
They
thing.
gave him a 1 day suspension, but like we'll count it
Yeah.
as today. So he's still got to come back to school tomorrow.
Okay.
Because on paper, I'm pretty sure there needs to be some sort of consequence.
There has to be, and that's what sucks. You can't even defend yourself nowadays. So what do you tell your kid? I mean, at that point, I still want him to defend himself.
Yeah, fight back.
F it, right?
I don't care.
Yeah, F
Yeah,
He
but
did the right
but
thing.
also it's
Yeah.
like like he did the right thing. Like he defended someone who would be otherwise defenseless and just get choked. Because like I saw him choke her.
Yeah.
You know, it was gonna get brutal, and it probably would have only escalated. You know,
Yeah.
if no one was there to stop it. So they expelled the kid who attacked the woman, and then I think, like I said, they had to give him a 1 day suspension, but they're like, we'll count it as today. Other than that, thank you.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Mikey.
Yeah, man.
Shouts out. That was
So-
a great story. Heroic.
Yeah, man. And so basically, I told this girl one time about that story, and I was like, he's the best dude. He just stands for what's right no matter what. And like that's true. Everyone knows how I feel about Mikey. He's just a good ass dude who's always like, he's always gonna do the right thing because that's just who he is. So
Yeah.
that's funny that you bring that up because
I don't even know
I
how
think I told him too. I was like, I think about this story all the time. Like it's the one thing I define him as.
I think because not as frequently did we ever were together when some shit like that happened. It was more, it's Westlake. What can happen? You know? So when that one incident happens, I'll always remember that. That was crazy.
Yeah, bro. I mean, good times.
Yeah.
But I gotta ask, man. What have you judged me by that question? You know me now?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That's nice. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Nah, you're good.
What era would you go back
No
to?
judgment. I would personally want to go back to see how those fucking pyramids were built.
Oh, I'll see if the
We
aliens
can't
were
even-
involved.
We can't even do
the
that
truth.
shit now.
That's a good question.
Why
That's a
can't we do that shit?
Mhm.
It's stones and rocks and it's a damn pyramid. Why is it so difficult with all that? I mean, that's just mind.
Well, I gotta ask then, how do you feel about the aliens? All those UFO leaks.
You know
coming?
what? There's different. I hear all the conspiracies. I don't have my own conspiracy to talk about, but I do hear them, and I think probably the most logical one is they know some shit that they know either
Just tractor beams moving those rocks.
Yeah, or they're just getting closer and they're like, fuck, man, we got to tell these people what we've been hiding for 3,000 years. They're coming out now. I don't know what. But I've seen these UFOs, and I'm not going to bullshit.
Tell me your UFO
I-
story.
Okay, so I was working. This was right after high school. Ended up getting a job at the Lexus dealership in Thousand Oaks, and this was in broad daylight, and it wasn't just me. So it was crazy. I want to go back to ask those people if they remember these little cheddar Mexicans washing the cars, for all the everybody's nice vehicles and stuff. So it was crazy. So I was parking this nice Jaguar because all those dealerships were intertwined. So the dealership, we had Jaguar, Range Rover, and we had Lexus. So I was parking one of the Jags upstairs. And then I get out, I see these like numerous lights it's bright daylight, no clouds. It was just 4 or 5 different white little stars, but they're not stars because you knew they were closer than what a star appears to look. You know what I mean? The depth was there. So we saw 4 or 5 different of them right there. And then I looked down and everybody's looking at it too. I had, 3 people looking up and pointing. Everybody at the dealership was like tripping out. What are those lights? You know what I mean? So I was looking at it, and then it seemed just like those lights you would see on YouTube. Those little lights.
Was it like the 3 dot lights?
Yeah, but
were they spinning?
They were in different. How do you say? Just different positions in the sky, and you knew it was different. It wasn't a helicopter. It wasn't, and it's funny because a helicopter did show up like 30 minutes later.
Like and to then, just check out everything, make sure it's all good.
Randomly they were just gone. We kept looking, and it just got harder and harder to see where they were at now. And I feel like those are the damn things that people see on like YouTube videos and shit. I think I saw them. I feel like I saw UFOs. It was crazy, and I don't know. I feel like it's believable because LA area they see a lot of UFOs.
You living out in LA now?
Yeah. So it was a drive, man.
Yeah. Thanks for coming out. But what's it like in LA right now? Because I remember you from Ox. So
what part of LA?
Well, I'm like 15 minutes from downtown. It's Alhambra, so it's like
gotcha.
Yeah, 15 minutes from downtown LA. It's crazy. I miss the weather out here because the heat here is not the same over there. It's freaking humid and hot. And at the dealership job where I work, it's a lot of walking around. And just being outside, man. I just worked. I got back from vacation. I just worked on my tan, and then now I have to work on another tan. It's only been a week back. I got everything dark up here. I'm like, it's legit. I got everything dark, and then now my freaking forearms are still darker than mine. It was pointless. That whole vacation was pointless. But that's how hot it is over there. It sucks. Damn. As far as heat.
Oh, you're saying because it's so damn hot, it made your tan uneven?
Oh, yep. Took less than a week.
Damn.
Yeah, it's fucked up, but it's cool. We'll work on it on another vacation in like a year.
But you moved out there? When did you move out to LA from Oxnard?
I think maybe 3 years ago.
Why?
Fiance.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Are you guys married now?
Shout out to her. No, we were
based on fiance.
Yeah, fuck COVID, right?
Well, I was gonna say I've seen pictures of her, and I know you talked about her.
Yeah.
So I've known her for at least a few years through the pictures you guys posted.
No, we were planning to do a wedding late this year. Whether it was gonna be small or big, who knows? But for sure, we moved it on till next year because we can't have everybody
getting sick and dying.
Yeah, that don't feel right. That don't feel right.
That'd be pretty shitty.
That would be way shitty. But hopefully, so hopefully late next year we can get something together. Whether it's gonna be a big one, I don't know. I would personally, it's up to her. She wants a nice wedding. Fuck it, we're gonna do that.
She wants the fucking princess wedding.
Yeah, she wants a princess wedding. I'd rather use that down payment for you. Do you know how expensive these venues are?
Like, Anthony's like, I work at Staples and a dealership. My budget is $1 million for this wedding.
Man.
They're expensive. No, my brother just had to cancel a lot of his stuff. He was supposed to get married at the end of the year too.
Sheesh. And people are still getting married.
Bro, people are still having parties and not giving a fuck about anything.
They're buying their freaking grandmas and shit.
Yeah.
They're freaking Alex Caruso, the guard for the Lakers. His sister actually moved the wedding more out into the summertime when basketball was supposed to end. So now that he's in the bubble in Orlando, she still decided to have the wedding in Texas, and it's a 100-group wedding, 100-person wedding.
Jeez.
And so he decided he's gonna miss it, even though she moved it back for him to go. So she had like,
what a dick move. Could you imagine? Like, I'm gonna take my special day that revolves around me, and I'm gonna make it accommodate you. And he's like,
yeah,
nah.
That's sad.
I can't go. I got a
Savage.
thing.
Yeah.
Everything's closed. What kind of thing? It's a stupid thing.
Sports.
It's a sports thing.
Aren't they
That's
not
funny.
allowed to leave the compound?
Yes, only if they have a valid reason for leaving and they still have to be on quarantine before they get back in the bubble. That's how it works. There's actually one of the players was at a strip club /
Hell yeah.
Nice.
yeah, and he got exposed by some stripper. She said it was social distance though, a social distance
How the
lap dance. I don't know how that works.
That's the worst kind of lap
Yeah,
dance.
Dude,
there's no point.
That's got to be one of those things. Like if she's like standing right there, you got to be like, look, in order to make this worth my while, I need to see your butthole because
It's like looking through the bushes.
yeah.
just go home and turn it on the big TV.
She takes off her
Might as
panties,
well.
and you're like, whoa, you did not shave before work. Great.
Supposedly he tipped well, but yeah, shout out to Lou Williams, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Shouts out to you, Lou.
Yeah.
You still a huge Laker fan, huh?
Oh yeah, man. It's crazy that we have basketball back. I think they're doing it the most smart way out of all other sports. Baseball has a couple teams that's catching. There's like 15 cases on one team and then 12
Yeah, you
on
see
another.
you see like one of the first games back, they cleared the benches and like
Oh,
there's
yeah.
almost a fucking fist fight.
With the Astros. Yeah, they deserve it. I mean, what do they expect? I would just take it and then go on. They didn't get the punishment they deserved. That's why people hate them.
Well, I mean, what was the whole thing about?
Well,
Just I think everyone's just like all cooped up, so it's like it's just animals kind of getting let back out of their cages, and they're like, oh, I gotta fucking interact with other animals again.
yeah.
Also,
Oh,
wasn't
fuck
there
you up.
something with the Astros like last year or the year before or something like they cheat or
Oh, they stole
'Cause, like,
signs.
Oh, big time.
people were
Yeah.
pissed?
Yeah, they
Oh,
stole
yeah.
signs.
Yeah, I'd be pissed. I mean, they ruined legendary careers. I mean, like freaking Kershaw, if he would have won that World Series in 2017, that would have changed the outlook of how he performs in the postseason. Now it's just like, you can't get that back. And it's like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just frustrating. It wasn't even just, they were using technology. That sport, baseball, has been known to like
How do
find
you
ways
use
to like,
technology? It's like a camera and it just
Mhm.
thermal imaging. Like
thermal.
how many fingers he's
They-
holding up from the
Yeah.
nosebleeds?
So they would use the technology to a point where it was so quick that they got that info back in the dugout that they knew what to hit a trash can with to let the batter know exactly what pitch is coming at real time. So
Okay, here's the
that's-
thing, though.
It wasn't even like a next game like data thing. It was
Yeah,
in real time.
yep.
I
real
didn't.
time.
I didn't know it was.
That's
what
why.
the
And
fuck?
think about it,
I didn't
baseball's a
know.
slow sport, right? Pitchers looking
Yeah,
at them, they
dude.
have so they already knew what kind of signs are being thrown out, and then they would know, okay, he would shake his head at that. So at that point, you would hit the trash can twice or 3 times, or there were certain whistles to let the batter know don't swing or don't swing, which is crazy. They look at the stats of them not swinging at a certain pitch that Kershaw was throwing, and it turns out that they didn't even swing at one that was supposed to be an off-speed pitch, which gets people to swing. So that's not even fair.
What,
Yeah,
dude? I had no idea that was
that's
the
why
case.
people hate him, and they never got punishment for him. The players didn't get fined, they didn't get suspended. It was just the coach got fired, and maybe I think the GM. I forgot what happened to him, but the players got let off like if nothing happened. So that is why everybody's pissed that they didn't get nothing taken away or anything like that.
Damn, could you imagine?
Yeah, and they got caught red-handed.
I wouldn't blame the players necessarily, but I mean that is just like an organizational management
I
thing.
mean, what are you gonna? I mean, the players should be
But-
held a little bit.
little bit reliable
They were
with the
on
integrity
a
of the
team
game.
that
Yeah.
was cheating.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even feel happy if I cheated.
I mean, freelance those guys.
yeah, they were saying they
That-
should.
that's
See
fucked up.
that's the minimum though. You gotta at least be like, look, terminated contract, freelance. If we want you back, if anyone thinks that you'll be good, then you'll be good. But damn, I didn't know it was real time. I thought it was like,
Real time, man.
I thought it was just like, here's some pitches you can expect in the first inning,
Data
second
for
inning.
later.
Yeah, I didn't know it was
Mm-mm.
like
Mm-mm.
real time shit. That changes the whole game.
Yeah, real time, man.
But
That's
also, it's
sad.
like, I was gonna say, how do you've played baseball before,
yeah,
and like when someone throws the ball, like a good part of it's just swinging on time, right? It's not even knowing the pitch. You can still hit the ball.
the timing is more for where the ball would go necessarily. You can still make contact.
Like if it's a
swinging
curve, it'll be a
early.
little slower or
Yeah,
something.
you can, if you swing early
Oh,
or
just
late,
anticipating,
you
like-
can still make contact. But depending on when you have that contact is when you're gonna have the best hit. So you can still hit the ball regardless.
So just
in
even
a
that
way.
little bit of knowledge helps
yeah.
you.
Oh yeah, knowing
crank
what
it.
pitch comes and knowing what not to swing at, because that's the whole part of the game is the guess game. So that's just cheating for
Well,
sure.
when something's coming at you like 90 miles an hour from like 10 feet away,
Hard to see it slide even a little bit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
you're just reacting on a blink.
Yeah. Hey, where's that famous what do you call it, the lawn mowing guy? I always hear him in the.
They did it earlier today. I swear, I showed up and I was like,
Looking
Josh, it
forward,
smells
man.
like fresh cut grass.
Yeah, they were here this morning. They actually woke me up.
But they came early today as opposed to.
Well, good for them.
Yeah, man. I think it's great that they do their job on time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they got the letter, huh?
Yeah,
You guys sent the letter?
they watch the podcast.
it's really nice. The trash man's been coming super late though, so it's making Mondays really
Trash
weird.
man or trash man? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like they're assholes. Even at our dealership, sometimes, I mean, sales knows better, but they park new cars by where the trash is supposed to be picked up, and their attitude, like even when they ask the first time, it's like, I gotta fucking go. Move this fucking car now.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, it's not my department. But
Yeah.
I'll help you out. Let me go find out who parked that car. Let me get the keys and we'll move it.
That's
you know what I mean?
hilarious, dude.
It's trash man. At least over there. I mean, maybe in LA.
I lived in North Hollywood for a year, and our trash men were the fucking worst. Like everyone's trash can in North Hollywood is broken, or just like it's completely shattered, and like it's the plastic they is just like super fucking weird, and like it just chips off super easy, and so like everyone's trash cans on my street were just fucking cracked and broken. Some of them didn't even have lids. They were just holes.
That'd be awful because
holes
then
in
you
the
got
middle.
flies and fucking raccoons.
Just the sense.
Yeah.
I hate the smell of trash, man.
Don't you have to like order shit if you want a new trash can? You got to be like,
just
hey,
gotta call
Where do you
them.
go for that?
I think you just call and then they deliver them. I've seen them
Yeah.
delivered. I know because I remember one time we were like having a lot of trash and like yard waste, so
Yeah.
we ordered another trash can, but you paid like $100 for it,
Yeah, you
Damn.
just gotta call
and they got
them.
to drop it off for you. But then you have another one.
That's not that bad. Unless you
I mean,
have-
if you got a lot of yard waste, which we did because
Yeah.
that's how we just always had to do the yard work as kids.
Unless you have delinquent kids in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
Like
basically.
Me and Rydell used to freaking
Fucking breaking
we would-
windows and
no,
shit.
We would grab the freaking trash cans and then drive with the passenger holding it while the car's moving because they would have wheels, right? And then he would throw it in the intersection, and then all the trash would fall out, and we would just go, and we would book it in my Challenger, and we'd just book it to the next neighborhood and do the same shit.
How was I never there for that?
I don't know. It was just those like rare, like maybe 2 nights we've done it on different occasions.
Damn,
It was
right now
weird.
it's still crazy, huh?
Rydell was crazy. He's a savage, man. But he moved
Bro-
up to.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
do you
I miss
talk
him,
to him
man.
still? I hit him up a few times, but
You know what? He hit me up when the whole Kobe thing happened because he knew, which was nice of him, because he knew how much I love Kobe and what he meant to me.
yeah, man, it was a tragedy.
It was crazy. I called off work. I couldn't go to work. I was emotionally not there. I couldn't because I was supposed to work at There's some times where I work both jobs in one day, which sucks. It's like 12.5-hour, 13-hour shifts. But I believe it was a Sunday. We found out, right? Sunday morning. I was supposed to go to Office Depot for like a 4 or 5 hour shift. But I called out because I just couldn't. I wasn't there. I can't welcome someone in a store, help them find shit. Like my mind wasn't. I couldn't believe it, man.
Someone comes
It
up
was a
to you.
family member, an uncle to me.
Yeah,
Like,
someone comes up to you and be like, "Can I get some stocks of paper?" And you're like, "Shit, Kobe used to love that paper." And they're like, "You
I
okay,
knew
bro?"
joke was
And
coming. That's funny.
you're like, "You okay, bro?" You're like, "Nah, I can't do this today."
Yeah, pretty much. It was crazy. But he reached out to me because he knew how much Kobe meant. But yeah, he did move to Sacramento. I think with
Sacktown.
yeah, it sucks over there. But I don't know why.
What was his
he moved.
name? What was his name? Fucking, he went to Westlake too. Everyone else, I used to rag on him. He's like, he's going back to Sacktown. He was
I
always
don't know.
flexing.
Is it- Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
He was flexing. I remember that. I don't know who though. Was it a little kid, Mexican kid? Or
No, it was
who
a black guy.
I don't know.
Because he was like, first year, bro. He came here. He always wore like
Yeah,
he always wore like polos and
That's
collar
crazy.
shirts. And Rydell was
Yeah.
like, bro, you're the whitest black guy I've ever met. And then next year he started kicking it with JD. And then he
Yeah.
came back and he's just like, man, I got some bitch pregnant. It's not mine though. Just like,
Your memory is just on point, dude. I don't remember high school like that. I can't get the nitpicks and you know what I mean. That's crazy. Your memory.
I have a pretty crazy memory, I guess.
great.
But
You paid
yeah, but I don't remember his name
I
for
don't
the
know.
life of me.
Ramid. There was some name.
Yeah,
like,
it sounded Indian or
Amid.
Amid. I think it might be Amid.
Was it? I don't know.
Ramid
We could
or-
be wrong right now. Could be watching
Ashmi-
this shit. And
yeah,
like, you
yeah.
guys got this so fucking
You guys
wrong.
are fucking
You
idiots.
guys are idiots,
Well,
right?
Rydell, if you are watching it and you've made it this far,
Please comment.
send one of them a text message right now and just be like, hey,
There you go.
it's this person.
Yeah.
No
Please.
Context.
Please.
I think it's Amid or something. I think you're right.
Something like that, or
I just remember being like,
little skinny guy.
I remember,
skinny black guy.
I remember he was like, he tried making fun of me one day, and I was like, bro, you're a black guy who talks white with an Indian name. Shut up.
Yes.
And it was like,
dude, you're wow.
It was one of the first like roast bet, because you know how we always like just go back and forth with roasting people.
Yeah.
He targets the white kid, and I'm just like, fuck you, bro. Who do you even think you are?
Oh man,
Since that day, he didn't fucking talk to me, but.
people get butthurt. So
Yeah, dude.
Why
Well, it's funny though, right? Because it's like this weird, like, everyone's always trying to establish dominance.
Yeah.
And of course, in like high school, it's going to be prevalent there. So people would initiate with me because I was always the white kid. And then I'd say something smart, and they'd be like, who the fuck is this not chill white kid?
Smart Alec, man.
Smart Alec, there
Smart
it
Alec.
is.
Yep.
Oh.
That's the nickname.
But
I never actually thought of it like that.
that's how I started introducing people to myself, because when I'm at work, they'll be like, what's your name? And I'll be like, Alec. They're like, Alan? I'm like, Alec. They're like, Alex? I'm like, Alec. They're like, Adam? I'm like, Alec. They're like, Kevin? I'm like, no. It's Alec, like Smart Alec.
Damn, it's 4 fucking letters, man.
Yeah, right. But people always decide to substitute one. The worst is when, like, if I go to Starbucks or something,
Yeah.
they'd be like ALICK, and it's like
I lick or what? Like that doesn't make sense.
a lick, hitting a lick.
A lick.
But it's like, it's one of those things, dude. It's like, okay, first of all,
how many other Alex do you know?
a lot actually.
You know what? It's kind of scary
Personally?
spelling that out. I think because there's so many different ways. I feel like.
You know, I mean, not like personally, but like I've met plenty of Alex.
Because not everyone has
Alec,
like an
I think
Alec
Alex
that they know
becoming a more
personally.
popular name. I think I've given it a good reputation.
Sure, I only
You
know
have.
like you're the only Alec I know though personally.
But also, I remember being told as a kid that Alec is the number one most incarcerated name. So if you-
Destined for jail.
so statistically,
No way.
yeah. So statistically, if you go to any jail in America and you had to guess the prisoner's name and you said Alec, you'd have like a 23% chance of getting it right. Because 23, it's
crazy,
It's some
man.
stupid high number.
That's crazy.
I don't know what it is anymore, but it's like there's such a high percentage of people named Alec in jail.
I don't think I've ever met a Mexican nor black Alec. You know what? I have met a Mexican Alec, but not a black or Asian, actually.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think you'll ever see an Asian Alec.
it does feel
Yeah.
like, unless they change it to their American name, I know they get to choose their own names when
Yeah.
they.
Maybe if it was
Come
a,
to country.
if it was a white inmate, I would guess Alec first. Yeah.
Well, I think it's kind of common for
Yeah.
black names.
I don't,
That's just
Sports
I mean,
wise, there's some Alec names, but yeah, I
Like-
guess.
like who?
I guess I can see it. Like Alec Burks.
Oh yeah.
There's another one. But yeah, I've seen Alec in sports.
I'm seeing my name pop up a lot more often.
I feel like I like my name, but it's so overplayed. It's
Too common.
too common. Anthony sounds nice.
Anthony,
Right? It
you,
just sounds nice,
you can
but
go
it's-
by like Tony. I know a lot of people.
I don't like Tony though. I don't know. I feel like I should be. I don't know. I don't like Tony.
What would you change your name to if you were like legal document in hand right now?
All right.
What do you feel like? How do you identify
Fucking
name wise?
Dragon Rider.
Dragon Boy, BOI.
I don't know if I'd change it. I'd keep it the same, but it is. I don't like how that many people.
You
have
should make your name Anthony, but spell it with wingdings.
it. Wait, what?
Do you know what wingdings are?
No, but it doesn't sound
So
good.
wingdings, it's a font on your computer,
the
and
worst.
it's like A is a smiley face,
It's like basically
and
hieroglyphics.
yeah,
Oh.
and it's like a
okay.
cactus.
It's like the Americanized hieroglyphics. Right?
yeah, exactly. And you could do it in
We
like
know what it means, but no one else
yeah,
does.
you could do it in like Microsoft
Yeah.
Word, and then like giving your signature turns into an art project every time. But it's like, how do you fucking pronounce that? And you're like, you can't read.
That is
It's
great,
Anthony.
man.
They're like, okay, does the smiley face mean A? You're like, yeah. You ding dong.
I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna see what my name
You
looks
should, man.
like. I'm gonna do it for sure.
Yeah, and then send
For
it to
sure.
us. I'd love to see that.
You can get that tattooed and be like, hey man, I like your emoji chain. You're like, nah, that's my name.
That's a good one.
Emoji chain, you plebe.
That's sweet. I like that. I'll make it a shirt for sure. At
That'd
least a shirt.
actually
That'd be a great
that'd be a
shirt.
pretty tight shirt. Everyone's like, "Yo, what's going on?" And you're like, "No, it's just my name."
Or you just might bring it up and no one cares, and then you're just like, "Hey, you see this?" You know what I mean? Like,
Dude,
I'm that drunk guy.
That's totally you. That's always been you.
I know
You've
what this
always been
means,
that guy. When we're sitting chilling at McDonald's,
Random ass.
everyone's
shit.
just talking, and you're just like, "My shirt has my name on it." We're like,
Okay, I've never said that specifically,
I know,
but
but that
maybe
would-
he's on the lines
that
of what I
would
would
be
say.
you.
Yeah.
You'd be like, "I paid $30 from it from Teespring, and ain't nobody noticed my T-shirt. It's my name, guys." And everyone's like, "That's fucking pictures." You're like, "It's wingdings."
I feel like I was always a part of the circle, but I was never the important one in that circle. You know, like a side character, but that
You're like-
had to be there.
Did you watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
No, I should.
Bro, you're D.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna watch it.
You watch
Right.
Family Guy? You've seen Family Guy?
Yeah.
You're Meg.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
That's like the worst character.
Yeah,
to be.
it's like the one that anyone can shit on.
That sucks.
Yeah.
You know-
I love you, but
Thanks.
you're an easy target.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Random shit, but I want to bring it up. Yes, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I told it to my fiance. She'll know. Got home from work, right? Always check the mail. You guys check the mail when you go home from work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just, I don't have
He
to.
can't check his mailbox, but yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yes, I do. I'm responsible.
Okay, so mailman is, I guess, put mail in the mailbox. Went a little further down. We have a condo, right? So I'm guessing he went to go deliver more shit. Came back. I see him. I meet him at, where the mailbox is. So I'm struggling, trying to find the right key. I got plenty of keys. I'm trying to get my mail, and we're make small talk. He's a cool mailman, right? Cool mailman.
He's not a trash man.
He's not a trash man, exactly. So we make small talk conversation. It's fucking hot. I'm asking, how are you doing it? You almost off? Basic bullshit. He still sees me maybe 30 seconds into our conversation, struggling with finding the damn key. Because, you're trying to multitask and talk and be nice to someone.
Do you think you're trying to rob the mail?
He probably thinks
He's
that.
like, "Look, bro, I've been down this road.
I'm not
These
going
are
to
the
leave
bir-
until I see you actually.
These are the birthday cards. If you have those keys, go for those first."
It's against the wall. Anyway, so I'm trying to get in, and then he starts walking away, right? He starts walking away, and
You're like-
I'm saying bye.
You're struggling with the keys, and he's like,
Yeah.
"All right, have a nice day."
Yeah, exactly.
Just leaves your ass.
Just leaves, and then I finally crack open the damn box. I opened it with nothing in there, man. He couldn't fucking tell me for a whole minute that he was there. Hey, man, just so you know, don't worry about getting in that box because I didn't put shit in there. But you know what I mean? It was.
Oh my God.
I didn't.
He was just enjoying the conversation,
So now
bro.
it's like, fuck him. Next time I see him, like, you're not going to tell me you didn't put shit in my mailbox? And you're going to let me struggle for that long? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't,
He's like, "Hey, how's your day going?" You just go, "Ugh."
yeah.
Just look at him, just growl.
I don't know. I have
That's
somewhat of a
fucking
beef
funny.
with my mailman now, I guess. I don't
So
know.
he is a trash man.
So he's a trash man now. You know what?
Man,
Yeah, he should.
Anthony
he should
and the
switch.
trash man.
Oh, man.
I've definitely heard our mailman come to our boxes,
Yeah.
leave,
That's
and like
fucking
30
funny,
minutes later
dude.
come back. So, I mean,
Hey, by the way, man, I didn't put. You didn't get anything today.
Yeah, let me save you another 3 minutes struggling with them keys.
Come on, man.
Jesus. That's funny as fuck, though.
It's basic
He's
shit
just
like
like,
that,
all right, that's so perfect too, because what I was describing, he literally did, but with a cherry on top. He's
Yeah.
like, all right, well,
Yeah.
bye.
Bye. Smiling.
Hope
and
you
all.
have a nice day.
I'm smiling and all. You know what? I hope it's summer every freaking season. You know what I mean?
I hope his air conditioner's broke right now,
It's broken.
and it's hot as balls.
Nah, he is a nice guy though. He's cool. He'll go the extra mile and actually, I don't know, does some extra shit for us. He'll take some mail back to the post office. And
Oh, you
deliver
mean like
some
his
shit
job
for us.
requires?
Yeah, right. It's part of but you don't really think of that.
It's
Some people
not
don't
like
even
he's
know
coming
that they
in.
can do that.
He's not coming in to help you hang a picture, bro.
although if you
Yeah.
asked,
Yeah.
if you asked, he might.
You're like, is this center? He's like, look,
This
I'm
is
really
nice.
not here for that. Like,
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah.
how do you like the beer?
It's actually not bad.
It's pretty good. It's
there's
actually
an
really
interesting
good.
taste to it with what I'm tasting because of the coffee. I don't know how I'm doing both at the same time. It's
I was
kinda
gonna say,
weird.
man, you're going
Yeah,
ham.
that is weird, but it's actually it's tolerable and it's more on the better side than
It's
the
a really
best.
good beer.
It's good, yeah. I'm gonna keep
It's not
drinking.
like
Sooner the
bitter or gross.
What kind of coffee you got there?
better. It's a venti, as you can see, iced coffee. You
Oh,
got
clearly.
4 pumps, sugar
4 pump chump.
vanilla, 5 pumps of sugar-free cinnamon dolce with some heavy cream and cinnamon powder that was on top. Now gone. Light ice, because they always kill you with the ice and they give you more ice than drink. I hate that. Always ask for light ice. It gets cool.
Save money.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Save the. So yeah, that's what it is. Just
Hell
basic
yeah.
coffee. It's great.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I love it too, because it's like I remember every time we used to kick it,
Mm-hmm.
we go out and you'd always get like some horchata.
Oh yeah, man. That's why I get like the cinnamon and shit.
I was saying, I was like,
yeah.
you basically got a horchata coffee right there.
Yeah,
huh?
man, and it kills me. I haven't. Okay, so I've been doing bad. I've been cheating. Went on this diet, right? I lost 62 pounds.
I was gonna say, bro, you look
Crazy.
hella good.
Yeah.
If
I gained 10 pounds in the past week, and I'll explain
Josh,
that.
do you remember?
Yeah, I feel like
he
when
used to be a little thick.
I remember you were a little fat.
Yeah. Oh, I was big time fat.
Yeah.
Dude. I don't get ashamed, man. I don't care.
I don't know how you feel. You were big, bro.
I was huge.
You
And I
were
don't
really
know
big.
What happened? Whether it was love weight or before I even met my fiance, I don't know what it was, but
Yeah.
that was it was something that I had to do. I feel like people who are overweight, they just don't see themselves as that being overweight because they're just in their bodies and used to it every day, waking up and doing whatever they're doing. And it has to be a slap in the face for someone to freaking, okay, this has to stop and change. Because I feel like for a long time I was like, hey, I gotta lose weight just cause, but I didn't see how big I was. Like in my head, you think you're thinner than what you are.
Well, did you feel good when you were big? You're like,
No, I
you
mean,
didn't feel
in a way,
like
I thought it was normal, but now I have a lot more energy. So when I get home, I'm more willing to clean, cook, do what I gotta do, and then still be,
gotta keep the fiance happy.
yeah. But anyway,
Please don't leave me. I will cook and clean. She's like, all right, but you gotta lose some weight first. You're like, done.
and that helps. It's crazy how just losing weight and making sure you're in good shape, and also because with the diet I'm doing though too, it's no bread, no sugar, no rice, stuff like that. So you still gotta make sure you take all your vitamins, which is great, which is crazy because this whole COVID thing, I was doing this right before this pandemic started. So I was already, and these vitamins I take have zinc in it. So I feel like I did this at a perfect right time because obviously, obesity and all that is a big factor into COVID. So I feel like it was a blessing, or I don't know what God or what just said, you're going to fucking stop eating this type of food and I'm going to just make sure
You're gonna go down the right path.
Yeah. So me and my girl both lost weight and we slightly slacked off the past week. It was my fiance's 25th birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy late birthday for her. But it was crazy. So I ate 4 plates. I had rice, which is one of the worst things you can have with this diet. I had 4 plates of rice. I ate this huge ice cream cake, and then I forgot what else. I had chips,
A ton of sugar, it sounds like.
barbecue with a bunch of chips and shit.
Yeah.
And ice cream. So we said, fuck, it's your birthday. We're gonna cheat. We did good. We lost all this weight, and then we still had a big bottom piece of the cake left after the party. So we took it home, and that shit lasted a whole week. And we said, babe, well, we gotta eat it. We spent all this money on a cake from Baskin Robbins. Ice cream cake.
Love
2
those ice cream
layered.
cakes from Baskin Robbins.
Man. So we took it home. It lasted about 4 or 5 days, and there's these huge freaking triangles, man, fat. So we finished it. So we've been eating that. We shouldn't have done it every day, but we did it every day. We're like, baby, the faster we eat it, the faster we get back to our
it's
diet.
gone, yeah. I mean, hey.
the faster we get back to our diet. So we did it, and
It's logic.
Yeah, it's logic, right? We did it for a week, and we're gonna stop now, and we're getting back to our diet. And the whole key of it is, it's not just the diet; it's also the fasting. And supposedly there's a bunch of health benefits to fasting.
Do you do intermittent fasting, or break down the diet for us first?
So, I mean, I guess I'll give you an example of what you could have. You can wake up in the morning, you can get yourself 2 eggs, uncured sausage and bacon. You can eat that, and then
Can you season it and stuff?
So with the seasoning, it's not normal salt. It's going to be the pink salt. Same
Himalayan
brand
pink
shit.
salt.
Yeah,
I got
pink
that.
salt. It's got you can throw some pepper on it. right? And
Pepper, I found out, is a rich man's fucking seasoning. By the way,
you
It's
think
so
so?
good.
I feel like I've always
Fucking
had
how?
it.
Dude, I love.
I've
pepper.
had it.
How is it
since-
rich though?
I grew up on Section 8, and I've had it.
It's one of those, but like, I never used to season my shit, and then I put pepper on it, and I was like,
Fucking.
ooh,
You
I
never
see.
had it in your house,
But I never liked it as a kid. And then
Interesting.
you grow up and your taste matures a little bit.
Flavor and all that, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I realize how essential it is now for flavor and taste.
So yeah, so you can have that for your breakfast, right? And then you have an 8-hour window to eat whatever you want, pretty much, that goes along with this keto. And before, actually, I should say, before you start this diet, you should already know types of keto desserts and snacks you can have, so your mind doesn't go crazy. Because the first 2 weeks I was going through this, it was hard, man. I couldn't eat everything I'm used to eating, and then I'm just, I feel that your why it's like drugs, man. All the sugar and all that,
man,
all this, you have to have it.
It's craving.
Yeah. It's crazy craving. So the whole first 2 weeks was hell, and then so I already knew there's this keto ice cream, right, that tastes just like regular ice cream. I'm not even sacrificing with ice cream. Cool, I got that. There's this cheesecake you make from scratch.
That even sounds good. I love cheesecake.
Right? It tastes just like regular cheesecake, and my fiance had all these recipes. What is it, Pinterest? What is it?
Pinterest.
Is it Pinterest? Yeah, it's Pinterest. So she got all these recipes ready so we can do this right. And if we feel like cheating, we just go to these keto foods and snacks. So we were able to get through that tough 2 weeks to that first month. And then we just kept doing it. Every week we would lose like 5 pounds, 6 pounds. Only water. We would have some zero sugar, like Monster, and it was not good because all that sodium, but it's still zero sugar. The main thing is sugar. We still cut out sugar. You're able to get those zero sugar Monsters, those white cans. So for lunch and dinner, you can have hamburger meat. Make sure it's 80%, 20% hamburger meat. You can make it a salad, whatever. I always get lettuce wraps. So if you go to Carl's, the meat tastes still bomb from Carl's.
I love Carl's Jr.
Oh, Carl's Jr., man, those burgers. So you can have that lettuce wrap, stuff like that. You can eat chicken, steak. So I can still eat my meats and get my satisfaction out of it. So that's just the kind of diet we've been on. Not too crazy, but yeah. Then you have a 16-hour fast. Gotta make sure you do your 16
I was
hours.
gonna say that's kind of a big part of it, right?
Yeah, stop at 7 or 8, and then you don't eat till, I don't know, I'm not gonna do the math, but just
15
11,
hours,
12,
16,
or
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Basically
Stuff like
the
that.
next day.
Yeah, which isn't that bad, because I feel like if you're not a morning person and you don't eat breakfast, I feel like we do that anyway, right?
Yeah, I don't eat breakfast.
Yeah, I don't eat breakfast. Sometimes I wouldn't eat till lunch at school. That's it, 11,
Same.
12. So there you go.
Make
you
it
know?
like, is it like a
You're
one meal a
already
day
doing
kind
it.
of thing though, or
No, you can have that 8-hour window. You can eat what you want. That goes along with, nuts and stuff like that. Drink a lot of water, and then your vitamins, because whatever you lack that you should be eating,
needs to
that
get
you're not.
supplemented?
yeah, you gotta have some of that. So it's a cool thing. Did it for like 4 months and lost like 62 pounds.
Jesus,
It's crazy.
really?
It's crazy. It just goes off fast.
I gotta ask, man, what were you at your heaviest?
Oh man, I was like 275, man.
Yeah, you
That's
got big.
cool.
I remember
It was
seeing
crazy.
you
275.
last time I seen you. I was like, damn, you really kind of ballooned.
That was crazy.
275
yeah.
though.
Yeah.
What are you now?
202. I was 202.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
So
yeah,
I was
man.
more than 62 pounds, really. But when I started the diet is when I started counting my lost weight. I lost some weight before that, like maybe 10 pounds, just going to the gym.
Okay, so you're
and
still
working
staying
out.
active and stuff.
Yeah.
What's your exercise routine?
So when I would go, I would just get myself warmed up. I would stretch in the sauna. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I start off with that
I don't know.
for like,
Keeps you warm.
Yeah, right. Like
Can't
12,
be
10
bad.
minutes, 10 15 minutes. Then I would go do cardio for like 30 minutes. You don't want to do too much cardio, right? And then you go down and start doing whatever arms. Stuff
Why don't
like
you want to
that.
do too much cardio?
I feel like if you're training for a marathon, it's worth it. But I feel like short bursts of high intensity workouts is actually more beneficial than if you're not trying to run 20. You don't have to run 20 miles a day to get the same.
You don't have to, so don't.
Yeah,
Just
so don't.
It's like
Unless you're training for it, you're getting paid for it. It's your job. Then I guess
it's like one of those things where it's like you just do the warm up lap around.
that, and it's too time consuming. I have 2 jobs. I want to just go for an hour at the gym and then come home and still relax, go on my phone for maybe 30 minutes, and then knock out and feel like I had my own me time. You know what I mean? Because when you go to the gym, it's not your me time. Your head's somewhere else.
You're still working.
Yeah, you're working. So when you get home, you just want to relax. So after work, I'll go for an hour before it closes and then go home. I feel like you don't need more than an hour if you're a normal person to get yourself fit.
But you gotta do it every day.
Oh yeah, every day. But yeah, that's how much I lost doing what I'm doing now.
Yeah, man, that's great.
So
You look
crazy.
incredible too. I mean, like honestly.
Thanks, man.
So yeah,
Appreciate it.
fucking keep it up, bro.
Oh yeah,
You
for sure.
know,
I'm trying to lose another 30.
Yeah, I think you will. if you stay working on it, man.
Yeah, man.
And I'm sure it's a lot easier to do a diet when you have someone else doing it with you.
Oh, yep, definitely.
So
and that's, yep.
You hold each other
You
accountable.
hit on something because I have family members that are trying to do it. They're like, oh, shoot, how are you doing it? This is crazy because they get motivated when
You're
they
like,
see
I'm getting
me.
married to this person for the rest of my life and I want to look good for her.
Right?
Because you could see someone else doing it and it's like, oh shit, like I want to lose weight too.
Yeah, you get hyped, but then they go back to their household
Then
and
they
it's
start
not the
eating
same
ice
shit.
cream cake.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah. My aunt, she has like 3-4 kids, so she's got to cook them shit too. So it's hard to be on a keto diet when you're a mom and you got to feed your kids and your husband and they
And
all
of a
want
sudden-
different things.
All of a sudden, I kind of want some mac and cheese
Yeah,
too.
you see it on the table, they're eating it. You're like, she couldn't do it. So one of my aunts, it's hard. It is hard. It's something you got to really prepare for. And that's why I'm saying you really have to do your research and know exactly with this keto diet what you can eat. There's these ice creams I eat that are incredible, man. It doesn't taste like it's different or healthier. It's crazy.
What are they called?
They're called, so there's a certain company, my girl, she sent me, if I can, I'll look it up throughout the show. I'll send it to you. But there's these keto ice creams. You can get them at Ralph's. So go to Ralph's in the frozen section, obviously, right?
Obviously.
They're there, man. You just gotta look for it. It'll say keto friendly on it and stuff like that.
For sure.
Yeah, there's like white little what do you call them? Pints.
Yeah, so basically just anything that says keto friendly in Ralph's,
Yeah.
it's good to go.
Yeah. You can even eat tortillas. They're like these what do you call it? Spinach. They're made out of spinach, but it's
Are they
tortillas.
good?
They're good. They have a different taste.
What's the best tasting thing? What's like, aside from the cheesecake and the ice cream?
I was about to say cheesecake.
Yeah, like aside from the things that are just like, oh my god, it's not even like I'm losing anything.
Wow.
Like your favorite fucking keto
Yeah,
meal.
like if it, yeah,
It's like, oh, it's this day. Fuck
the
yeah.
beef or yeah. Do you also do like?
Yeah, I think
I'm so interested. I've never.
Yeah, I think it's. Well, my girl makes good food. Oh, you know what? It's just, I don't know what it's called. I can probably send you guys a link to the. It's on Pinterest for sure. It's this juicy piece of chicken. In the middle, you have this certain type of sauce with the spinach. With is it? What is it? It's not onions. It's not olives. It's a certain type of seasoning that you can put with. Anyways, it's delicious. It's a type of. It looks elegant. It looks like it should be served, and it looks like it should be costing like $50 a plate. My girl does it. She saw it on Pinterest, and it's great. I can't believe that's keto friendly. And
That's
that's
dope.
heavy, and you feel heavy afterwards. Like you feel full,
Fills you up.
like a man. You know,
Like
what I
a
mean?
man?
Yeah, like a man.
Yeah.
And that shit's good, and she makes it with like green beans on the side with like the sauce and stuff. But that's a good one. I can send you guys a link to that one for sure.
Yeah, do
that
it.
one's great, dude.
I also
love
think
that
with
one.
like keto, like when you hear, if you're not experienced with like any sort of dietary restrictions, you hear keto, you think of like, okay, I can't have this, almost like veganism. And so like you lose so much, but people don't, like if you don't look into it and like what you can and can't have,
Yeah,
I'm sure you could have a lot more with keto
yeah, you
that
can.
you don't actually think is like, oh, that's ketogenic.
It's crazy, and I struggle also if we can get to movies in a bit.
Let's.
So I don't know what it is about movie theaters, but the experience of going there, it's just, I feel like it's a second home, right? So when I go to the movies, I have to have popcorn every freaking time. Every freaking
Yeah,
time I
it's
go.
just- it's a thing you do.
You can't not have popcorn and go to the theater. So every time I would go, my girl knows I have to get a large. It can't be anything smaller. It has to be a large. Whether we finish it, babe, or not, we're getting
The faster
a large.
we finish it, the faster we get back on our diet.
And yeah, exactly. And you get a free refill, right? So I just feel like
There
for
you
the
go.
money, it's a money thing. I feel like why not spend another 25 cents to get
More.
more and a free refill? It just sounds insane.
You get the large with the refill, dump it out into like 2 boxes, and then you get the refill.
Yep, and you don't have to get back up. Yep, exactly.
There it is.
There it is with that. So shout out to AMC because I feel like they were doing things the right way right before this pandemic hit. They invested in themselves and got themselves in like a $5 billion debt, something like that. And
now they're closed down with no income.
They're closed down with no income. They couldn't have.
Could you imagine those phone calls? It's like, hey, just so you know, you still owe us $5 billion.
I told you, Tom. We should have fucking did that shit.
Yeah, dude.
Their whole A-list, it was working.
All
they
the
were starting
execs,
to make money. Yeah.
all the execs are just like, this is the move. And like the first week turnaround, it's like, this is great. And then China was like, hey, there's this thing.
Pretty much.
We found.
Pretty much. And they were doing great. They were starting to see money profit out of everything that they were investing in. They were getting better seating. You can tell AMC theaters were always nice.
Yeah,
no
bro, you get
right?
those reclining seats
man.
too, and it's like the stadium seating, so there's no one's head in your way.
Yeah,
that made a huge difference. The first movie theater I went to with seating like that, I was like, I'm coming here every day.
Yeah, and just the quality, the bulbs and everything. Yep. It's like they don't cheat you out of the experience.
Yeah,
certain theaters actually, the reason why I think 3D is failing is they don't have the proper setup for you to enjoy 3D at its fullest.
It's just like
so
glasses,
dark. And it's dark, like the whole. There's no color to it, and they're just being cheap with their bulbs because it is expensive to replace those bulbs. But shout
but
out
at the
to
same
AMC,
time, it's one of those
right?
things like you can't half-ass. Like
you can't.
There's just some things if you want it to be good.
If you're gonna do the experience,
you got to spend the money. You
exactly.
know, if you want the Ferrari, it's got to be handmade.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just some things you can't skip
man.
on. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So every time you go to the theater, you need popcorn.
Yes.
You were going with the story. With that.
Right. There was a point.
I thought you were asking a question.
Okay.
I was like, yes.
I was trying to get us back.
Gotcha.
So, what I was gonna say, you know how we usually complain about how the prices of
too damn high.
$40 for popcorn and a Pepsi.
Freaking little dibs with like 6 little cubes in there of chocolate is like $80, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I figured out since this whole thing started, that's how they make their money. That's their bread and butter. When you get there, you think they make money off the tickets. They really don't. They don't
make shit off tickets.
Yeah, they make money off the popcorn. And so you know what? I said I'm gonna start saving money every check. As soon as they get back, I'm gonna go crazy and buy M&Ms. Large soda. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna buy the popcorn. I want movie theaters to be alive for my kids, man. I can't have them be extinct. You can't. We can't afford it as Americans.
They won't ever. But
I feel like there will always be some sort of. I feel like what do you call it? The production companies can't afford.
Here's the thing: people aren't gonna start selling movies directly to Netflix.
I hope that
people aren't going to start selling movies directly to Hulu. There are originals, but there's no way you're going to get like fucking...
Well, Mulan just got pushed to Disney Plus for $30. Mulan's not going to be theatrical.
So really?
Yeah, I feel like it deserves that. It's like a big movie.
Well, that's a little different though, because Mulan's like a Disney thing. And it's like, if the theaters aren't open, we're not going to hold on to this.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, man. As long as there's money in it, you're right. Like, if you go spend and get those M&Ms and shit...
They got to. Fuck the diet, right?
And the thing is, like, for the movie theater, but like, it's gonna be one of those things. Like, as long as there's money in it, the company's gonna realize that. And as soon as COVID opens up, I'm sure we're gonna see surges in everything.
Yeah, people want to get back.
Yeah, bro. Not only just gyms and bars, but like literally everything. Because people are gonna want to go shopping. They're gonna want to go to the movies. They're gonna want to go have a steak dinner. They're gonna splurge, man.
They're already trying to do that.
I know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Even in Alhambra, I passed by. There's these restaurants. They have people. I mean, it's outside, but still, they're like.
Yeah, you got all the outside seating.
Yeah, they have a bunch of outside seating. They're still going strong. It's crazy.
That's one of the fucking weirdest loopholes ever. It's like, okay, well, restaurants are closed now,
but outside.
But you throw a few tables outside and say, okay, well, yeah, we'll serve you. It's all under the table.
Apparently, it's harder for the virus to spread outside than it is indoors.
Instantly, right? Kills it instantly. Supposedly.
I don't know.
Sunlight or...
I don't know. But it does spread easier indoors, and the longer you stay indoors in a tight space. Like, if there's 10 people in here, all breathing, with no sunlight, there's a exponential chance of it as time passes. So if it's 1 hour and then we all leave, all right, probably didn't get it. If we're all in here for 6 hours, it's like... Yeah. The chances of us contracting it increase significantly.
That's why actually in China they made it movies can't be longer than 2 hours now.
Is it
It's
really
weird.
how it's going?
They made a law for that over there, where if you're gonna be in a movie theater, there's a restriction now for 2 hours, because the longer people are in there, usually movies are what, 2.5 hours for the good ones, the big ones.
Yeah, like for
240.
Depends on the genre.
like a good
Yeah.
superhero movie.
Yeah, kid movie, you'd be alright. You'd be out of there in an hour and a half. But other than that, yeah, they do have that going.
Can you imagine
on over there.
passing a law like that? Like,
It seems weird, and like, but nowadays everything's
What-
off the table.
what-
Everything's
what-
normal now.
what when coronavirus is gone and then everyone's like, I want to watch a 3-hour movie, King Kong, 3-hour movie.
Yeah,
Nope.
nope.
Didn't have to be
Can't.
3 hours though.
It was a good movie though.
Hey, I'm excited for that new one, by the way.
Yeah. Did you see
I
the
can't
Skull
wait.
Island one?
I saw it. Yeah.
What'd you think?
It was okay. I feel like it kind of lived up to the hype and then didn't. But it's depending on who you ask. I feel like people are too. They want what they want, their idea of a King Kong movie to be about. But I'm cool, man. Even when it comes to like, how do I explain it? Even when it comes to movies that are bad, if I go into watching that movie knowing it's bad, you'd be surprised. You might actually think it's better than what it actually is, because your expectations are so low.
We are your friend.
That's a good fucking movie, man.
Yeah, it is.
It's a
I
good
like
movie
it.
and it bombs.
I like it.
You seen it?
Me?
Yeah, you.
The Skull Island?
No, We Are Your Friends.
Oh no, I have not seen that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't
It's-
want to pretend like I saw
That's
that.
that's a DJ movie about DJs in
Zac
the valley.
Efron's a DJ. It's a really good movie.
And basically,
Zac Efron.
and basically it tanked, bro. It literally did less. It did less than $1 million opening week.
Everyone in the
Wow.
electronic music industry hated it.
Yeah,
Less than $1 million. How does that work?
for a movie.
That does not work.
It did,
Yeah, no, I
it
know.
did more than
Even
that,
the shittiest cartoon will make more than $1 million.
I know.
It did more than $1 million, but it was really low
Okay.
opening sales.
It was not a lot, but
it did really poorly.
yeah, basically
But
everyone
it's a
hated it.
fantastic movie. I
It
love
is.
It.
It's not bad. So when you say go into a movie with low expectations, that was that movie for me. And I was like, why does everyone? Because like,
You fuck with it, right?
yeah, you see on social media like this visceral reaction of people being like, "Fuck this movie, it's trash."
On that line, I haven't seen Cats. I'm scared to watch it. I don't want to watch it, but then it's like, it's one of those movies that are like weird and like kind of sucks or does suck really bad supposedly.
Oh,
I still want to see it just to see it.
cringe.
You might end up liking it.
You might end up. You know what I mean? There's-
Walk out of that bitch a furry.
I don't know. Cats is horrible. It looks horrible. But it's like if you go to watching.
Well, you don't know. You're just judging that off of like the style, right? Of the costumes. You don't know the plot. Maybe it solves
Yeah.
world hunger.
Yeah.
Do you
It's
do
the
you judge
same
a
as-
movie by
It's the
its
same
plot?
plot as the play, man.
Yeah.
What's the play's plot?
I don't fucking know. I haven't seen it.
Then fucking either give it a chance or fucking chill.
Yeah.
No, I don't like the art direction.
I mean, that's fair too, but it's like a lot of people don't like fucking Picasso's cubism.
He was better when he was younger.
Yeah, some people like realistic art, and other people like bananas taped to walls.
They say he just got bored with drawing good shit, and he's like, "Fuck, what can
Could you
I do?"
imagine? Could you imagine? You still do music?
Yeah.
Imagine being a rapper and always using the same bars and the same flow and the same beats.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Eventually-
then you turn
eventually-
into a Kanye Yeezy album, and people hate that.
Yeah, for being different. But
being
at some
different.
point, like at some point, as an artist, you have to be like, I've done this already.
Yeah.
Do you really want me to do it again?
Yeah.
Do you really want the same album twice?
I think that's why J. Cole's out. He's gonna go play ball, man. You saw the little.
I
headlines?
don't know if he is.
I mean,
I think he's got 2 more albums in him.
I think he has that in him.
He's got 2 more.
He's got 2
he's
kids.
and I want to be
he's
clear
done, he's
though,
done.
not just 2 more albums. He's got 2 more fucking great albums in him.
Yeah.
I don't see it slowing down for J. Cole anytime
How'd you like
soon.
those 2 tracks?
Dope.
He dropped. Yeah.
Loved him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Awesome.
all he does is come with the bars and the truth, and like
yeah.
that's why I listen to J. Cole's, because it's never gonna be anything like. It's never gonna be like something you listen to at a club, but it's gonna be something that you need for your soul.
Yeah. You
know,
come out of it like if you just went to church.
Yeah,
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 just
for
feel like-
sure, bro.
Just clean and light. You know what I mean? That's what he does.
I don't even remember what some of his lines were, but I remember listening to it and I was like, he just doesn't miss, bro. Like,
I like what he said about cancel culture.
what do you
It's the
say?
worst.
Something about the well, he was making the point with the pedophile line or whatever. Or what was it? No, what was it? The LGBTQ line, where because he got canceled by some people
Because he said faggot or something.
No, he said Supposedly, because he's not doing more than just protesting. That he's supposed to be some kind of god, and
he's supposed to lead it or something.
Supposed to lead it or something, which is ridiculous in my opinion. So he has not like a grudge. He has a certain outlook on people in cancel culture. It's
everyone saying you're not doing enough for the Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with Black Lives if you pay attention. Pay attention.
If you read it.
What's
if you go to their website, they tell you.
They have a website?
They have a website.
Black Lives Matter, yeah.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter?
They literally, one of the women who owned Black Lives Matter, one of the founders, she said they are Marxist.
That's weird, right? That you can own a movement?
Yeah, right? And it's not even a movement according to LeBron James. So what is that? It's a fake. It's just a
What's LeBron?
I want to see the receipts of all the money that people
Joe
donated.
Biden got rich during the people donating for Black Lives Matter. Did you see that?
People donating to these organizations like the bail funds, Black Lives Matter organization. I want to see the receipts that went to the payments of these bail funds.
I want to follow that money.
Yep, follow the money. That's where. Did I hear that on a podcast? That sounds familiar.
It's
Joe Rogan.
Probably.
It's a phrase that's been around forever.
No, but if you follow the money, you find the truth to every case or whatever you're trying to figure out.
So buy M&Ms at the theater.
Yeah.
Like what theaters around?
Like, do you guys remember Kony 2012?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fucking whole organization of Joseph Kony, who is most likely dead somewhere in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, there's this man abducting children, making them children soldiers. We need to find them. Let's kill them. And these people running this organization made a shit ton of money for selling a package for $20.
Yeah, man.
What was in the package?
Oh,
I'm curious.
What is in the package?
Was it a good package?
Probably those little sets you get for like 4 different things for $20 a month.
Is it worth $20? I might buy one.
It was probably like a fucking
I don't want children
bracelet or
soldiers.
like a sticker and a pamphlet. I don't know.
A sticker and a pamphlet.
Stickers and a pamphlet.
That's the worst box to receive. You
Could
pretty
you
much got a
imagine?
25-cent machine shipped to your house. Those little stickers and a little bubble gum.
But it's like, I'll never... Granted, this makes me seem like a really shitty person, but like, I'm never...
Because you support child soldiers?
I'm never going to donate to support a cause like that. To give money to an organization.
If you can't give your time to it, then there's no better way to give.
I was going to say, too, like, the best way to do it is, like, go to Africa and go find them yourself.
Volunteer.
Yeah.
Or, like, volunteer.
Don't give him money.
Boots on the ground, man.
Boots on the ground.
90% of the time, the money doesn't go to the people who they say they're going to give it to.
It doesn't. No.
Defeats the whole fucking purpose.
You got to remember, anytime someone is raising money for something, there's a event coordinator, a planner, a marketing strategist.
Yeah.
There's people on the floor knocking door to door asking to donate.
But we're nonprofit.
Nonprofit simply means that they don't get money from the government.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where your donations go.
But and there's a lot. I think the money you receive, only a certain percentage, and it's not a lot, has to go to what is the cause that you say it is.
And everyone fucking giving money to Lebanon right now because of their explosion.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
I saw.
that's
Dude,
crazy.
that was crazy.
That was an anime-sized explosion, bro.
I saw it from a distance on television, and I was like, was it the one that was close up? It didn't seem as. I mean, I saw it was big.
It's fucking huge.
But when I saw that shot from some guy like 30 apartment complexes away,
it swallows the buildings,
shows
bro.
You the fucking. It was
huge.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's insane.
I couldn't believe it.
And there's like 15 different links
sad.
to give money to help. And it's like, okay,
yeah,
well,
shouldn't
like,
there only be one? Why is there multiple?
There should be one.
Because
Because
there's a lot of people out there trying to snake, and that's the thing too. Is like, you got to remember, there's gonna be hustlers out there, and they're like, some people just see it as another opportunity to make money.
That's sad. And there's people that just assume that everything is good.
They just assume the link is a trustworthy link.
Yeah.
And you got to remember, like, you click on the link, donate your money from your credit card. Some of them aren't even donations. They just got your information now.
True.
And it's just people snaking and being terrible people to make money off of a tragedy.
And then they sell it.
It's crazy how you see shit not in that line, but in sort of in that category of when working in retail, you see people come in getting those scam calls. So your job is also to be trained to notice when someone is being scammed and buying certain shit to make it Pretty much because we see people, guys and girls, come in saying, can I buy that card and that card and that card? And they're buying it for someone else to transfer the money. And it's, you see it and you try to tell them, hey, I don't think, who's asking for this information? And we're helping them through the phone. My fiance actually had this story where she was helping a woman who was just, she's gullible. She believes everything. And she's on the phone with someone and they're telling her what to do to send money to this card or whatever so they can get it. And this girl didn't listen. She's like, no, just give me my money. They're going to take, they create this lie that they're going to send you to jail in like 3 days or whatever if you don't do this. They do weird shit.
Come get me.
Yeah, like exactly. That should be the mentality we all have. But it is crazy. You see these scams. And retail's crazy because I feel like you see, it sucks working holidays, the pay's not good, and you're there and it sucks.
But also
you
because
get stories
during the holidays, everyone's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
and now you're the enemy.
Yeah, you are. You're pretty much a fucking cop.
Yeah,
working
bro.
at Office Depot, man.
Yeah.
I'm just selling freaking pens and shit, and I'm getting yelled at.
No, definitely. Last Black Friday at Target, I got called up to the front to be on a register for like 30 minutes, and so if you have the Target app, you can pay on your phone. You can put gift cards in there as well, and it's all electronic. It doesn't matter. But, however, we have people who come in regularly who have electronic gift cards on their phone, but the money it's technically legitimate will still receive that money, but how that person got that money is through less than legitimate means. So they got their gift cards through laundered money.
Oh, okay.
And so we still won't accept those payments because it's like, okay, well, that's not ethical. And people on Black Friday would get like 10 Nintendo Switches, like 4 Xboxes, and come check out and be like a $4,000 sale. It's like, oh, I got it on gift cards. And we're like, no.
Can't do it. Fuck this up.
I need physical gift cards.
That's the funny thing, too, because you realize, like, I've had my identity stolen a few times. And
oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like 3.
Yeah, 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
How does that work? You click the links, bro?
No.
You click the links?
They swipe my phone. They bloop in my card.
RFID.
No
RFID,
way.
yeah.
Okay.
So basically, they did that, and they went to ATMs, and like they stole cash or whatever. One dude applied for a job. The other one just got money. But the one dude who just got money, or whatever, he bought a bunch of gift cards. And you buy it from like a gas station. He filled up his tank. It was like $100, and then it was like gift cards from the gas station. And then he got like 4 gift cards or something, like 25 a piece, so we could fill up his tank again with gift cards. But it's like you can't really do that because if you don't think ahead, it doesn't make sense. If you go there and pay with 4 different gift cards, that's obviously fraud, right?
Yeah.
Just go 25 at a time. To all my future criminals out there, I've been on the receiving end. Don't do a $4,000 purchase, come in by 1 Xbox, come in a week later. Or hit a you can't be stupid about it. I'm not saying. Obviously, I'm not. You know,
preaching game.
I'm not advocating. Identity theft. But it's funny to see some dude walk in with a $6,000 purchase and be like, "I got gift cards," thinking that'll be okay. Like,
no.
Just the arrogance of the young identity thief.
He was like, "I want to use them for giveaways." I was like, "Dude, I believe you, but I can't
policy."
I can't do this. I'm sorry, man. You seem super nice. He was Swedish. Super cool. Believable. If he did get this money.
What if it was like literally like just PewDiePie?
It wasn't. I mean, like if I knew it was him, then I'd be like, all right, dog, let's do it.
All right. Because
fuck management. Who cares?
Fuck management.
We don't got to tell them nothing.
You want to spend $6,000 right now? Let's do it. Black Friday. Who cares? We let him buy 2.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, we just put a hard limit.
I mean, unless you're like Mr. Beast or something, you don't need 6 Xboxes.
He was going to give them to his coworkers as raffles.
Well, that's nice.
Come back tomorrow, dog. I mean...
They were gone.
Well, there you go. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Black Friday at Target.
There are rules, unfortunately, you have to follow, and if you don't follow them...
One thing I was going to ask, actually. You work at which Target?
Right here, Camarillo.
Camarillo. They don't have... I heard you... What podcast was it? It was... One of the episodes you said they don't have a whatchamacallit, I'm blanking out right now. Those where you eat food court.
Yeah, we don't have a food court.
You guys don't have a food court?
We just have a Starbucks.
Well, they used to.
They used to, and then they
remodeled
just
our
remodeled
whole store. It. Like
so
within
now
a
you
year.
guys have
Just a Starbucks.
just a Starbucks.
Those
I was gonna
pretzels-
say,
those
that's sad. I was
soft
like, what
pretzels
Star?
were
I mean, I was
selling.
gonna say, what Target is that? Every Target I go to, they got like the pizzas. They're selling pretzels and all that.
Yeah, eventually all of them are going to be like our model, and just
I don't know, man. I like
they're-
those soft pretzels.
They're going through a process of
Yeah,
modernization
popcorn
where
and
they're
everything.
remodeling all the stores.
I bet you just Starbucks is like, look, we'll pay more to get rid of the competition.
Talk to Brian Cornell. I believe that's his name, the CEO.
They're savages, man. You see all the
Follow the money.
yeah. You see all the companies going through trial right now. All Google and
I
everyone.
mean, they gave us
Facebook.
we're all getting paid $15 an hour now, and we got a $200 bonus for July.
Well, that's sweet.
Yeah, except the bonus was taxed, so that's cool.
What? There's no point.
So
That's fucking
fuck
gay.
you
I
guys.
hate it when they do that. The dealership, they'll come give you $100. Oh, but you're gonna
And
be
then take
taxed.
20 out right in front of you. It's like, dog.
It's like, bro, just
Imagine.
just give me $80.
Dude, imagine tipping a pizza guy like $20 and being like, I need my taxes. That's taxable.
Here's a bonus. Thank you for working during this pandemic,
That's
but
crazy.
we're still gonna tax it.
Speaking of that, they don't even give us a freaking 10-cent raise at Office Depot. Do they give you guys raises?
Yeah, it's
No
based
way.
on our performance though. So we
How
can
do you
fall.
do that?
we
with
can
like
fall-
100 people working.
We can
there?
fall in a 2%,
Oh.
or 2%, 3%, or 5% bracket,
Mm.
and like 5%, you literally have to be flawless, no call outs, like
Well, that makes
perfect
sense.
attendance and whatnot. I got a 3% because I wasn't there for the full year,
Mm.
which is kind of stupid.
That's stupid. You're still A+.
It's stupid.
Still
It was my yearly review, but it wasn't a full year, and I still got a 3%. But then it doesn't matter because got bumped up to 15,
Sweet.
so I'm not complaining.
What's the minimum around here?
12.
12?
12? I thought it was 15.
I think next
Not
year will
yet.
be 15.
Oh,
I
maybe.
think I'm gonna go to a bank. I think Bank of America next year is supposed to be at what 20 or 25.
Bank tellers make a lot of money.
Yeah, my cousin works at B of A. So does my aunt, which is her mom, and she's a manager there. But they keep telling me every year, just go to Bank of America.
Yeah, man.
just choose not
Like,
to. I don't know why.
like bank tellers make like about $20 starting, and then it's like every year it's just a raise.
Yeah, and there's benefits to that
Yeah,
too.
and all you have to do is not be a fucking dick.
Yeah.
You know.
And don't
Yeah.
steal.
Don't steal.
That's got to be the hardest part too, because you're seeing these people coming with these huge transactions, bro.
Oh yeah,
And you're
it's
like, yo,
scary,
what the
especially
fuck?
we scared young. Okay, so Pasadena, my Office Depot location is in Pasadena. I work at Alhambra at a dealership, and then Pasadena is the Office Depot. So there they have a big homeless problem. This whole street it's called Colorado. My fiance works down the street actually at the Rite Aid. She's a supervisor there. We have nothing but homeless people creeping around the doors asking people for money, but we get a lot of hoodlums coming in, smart ass hoodlums. I don't know why they don't use their smarts for something else. They're finding new ways to just steal with these different cards. They put their thumbs on certain numbers and they pull out a certain time and transactions go through, but it's fake. How does that work? It's weird. They're freaking smart. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know.
It's weird. And we got weird ass people, you know, the air sprays for the cleaning computers and whatnot.
Mhm.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got some in the room right now.
Yeah,
actually.
you got some. I
It's
did
in the
not
garage
know
right
that
now.
was
Yeah.
that was a fucking
People
tool to get
huffing
high.
them, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Whippets.
Aerosol.
You know I don't know that shit.
Yeah.
To me, it's like
Well, you were like a good Christian boy. I
yeah,
have drank so much water. I need to urinate. I'll be right back. I'm
it
so
is.
sorry.
It is cool.
No, condensed
cool.
air tastes so bad too. It's like they actually add something to make it taste bad so you don't inhale it.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
'Cause-
I haven't even sprayed it before.
No, it sucks. It's not enjoyable.
Yeah, well, we had this guy, some white guy. He was already on something. He was. So we got tired of this guy. This is the reason why we sell him behind the counter now.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to have him out in the center aisle in the middle, and people can just grab him. But now we've changed that. This guy came in 4 times, one after the other, and kept grabbing him. And I don't know what he was on, but then he would just book it. We said, fuck that. We got tired of it. We put it in the back. But there was this time, the last one he got, it was like the 3rd or 4th time. He grabbed it, ran. We ran after him to the door because we can't do anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we saw him. We went outside. He ran through the parking lot, jumps over a 6-foot wall, but at the other end, it's a 15-foot drop
Jesus
to another
Christ.
parking structure or whatever the hell it is. This guy just, with no conscience, just jumps all right over. I don't know what happened to him. I didn't go that far out, but it's just people are weird, man. Like, just to
Yeah.
go that far.
Someone's thought process, especially if they're on drugs or a substance like that. It's like, okay, well, sure, you're huffing compressed air just to get high. You're a fucking weirdo, first of all.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste good. Even just I used it to clean my computer, and it filled the whole room.
Smell it.
You smelled it. You breathed it in. It'd get in your mouth.
Yeah.
And just by accident, and it's not enjoyable. So why people do it, don't know.
That's crazy. It's weird. Basic shit has chemicals that can just cause defects, cause actual harm to people, bodies. I was watching this movie yesterday is it Mark Ruffalo, the Hulk guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with Hathaway, that one girl, and is it called Dark Water? Did you guys hear about that movie?
No, never heard of it.
It is crazy. So it's about suing this company that does like frying pans and stuff like that, multi-billion-dollar company, and so I guess this whole story is this is true events. There was this lawsuit in like 1998, 99 about that. There was this town in West Virginia, was it? The water, this farmer, his cows kept dying in numbers of hundreds. His cows were dying, the livers were messed up, or whatever the case may be, but they were being poisoned because whatever toxins they were releasing into the water was actually, killing and causing all these effects to the people. The water wasn't clean. Babies were being born deformed and stuff like that. So it took there was this 13-year process it took to finally nail this company down. But it was just for basic shit. It was on the news, true story. I forgot what it was. I wish I remembered the name to that company because it was a shock when they came out of how damaging their chemicals were, and that people had in their households. It was the pans, the actual pans, I think, had chemicals to them that were like destroying
Toxic.
bodies and just toxic.
Was it a real documentary?
No, it was an actual movie played by actors and shit. And it was...
Was it like factual?
So it says based on true events. So
Gotcha.
maybe they had some shit in between where they made it to... But it was true events. And that shit... And the bottom of the damn movie, it kept saying 1998. Okay, cool. I'm following along. 20 minutes later, 2001. Okay, cool. But that shit kept going to 2008, 9, 10. Like, dang, how long did it take? It took all the way to 2012 for them to finally get this case. They won like $370 million. The 3,000 people that sued this company for all the defects and all that shit. But supposedly it was because they had the whole town of like 60,000 people actually were given money to get blood samples so they can sue this company because we have to have proof. So they have to.
They had 60,000 blood samples.
That's why it took forever. And I'm like, and people were getting pissed at the lawyer. The whole movie's about the lawyer, Mark Ruffalo, that he was suing this big company because he was usually protecting these companies. So it was a big triumph for him to go through this whole movie and
be the good guy.
Be the good guy, and for the little guys. And they were getting pissed because it's taking so long. They were asking him, why does it take this long to get to the bottom of this? But 12, 13 years later, you find out these people won the lawsuit, and it's just crazy how companies like that want to be hush hush, and they're actually just destroying thousands and thousands and thousands of lives.
Because the companies don't give a fuck.
Greed, man.
You guys have seen Fight Club, right? Go ahead, Josh. I'm sorry.
The people who made Roundup Weed Killer,
yeah,
There've been in lawsuits within like the past 5 years saying like, okay, if you've been exposed to Roundup Weed Killer and you've developed cancer, you're entitled to money. And it's like, granted, it's those fucking like law firm commercials.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it's like, it's still
it's out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. And it's weird because even at Office Depot we have backpacks, right? I don't even know if I should be saying this. There's like certain...
Just don't tell us the safe number.
Yeah. There's just this shit that you're surprised on what chemicals are in there that can cause cancers and all that. It was just...
Oh, the Prop 65 thing?
Is it that?
It says...
items back? Because there's something wrong with them?
Well, it just says every product that can cause cancer has to have a warning label on it.
It's like when you go to McDonald's, they have the warning.
Okay.
Too.
Because people come back and bring it because they see this letter or whatever purchase that we sent them through email. I don't know what it is, but there's toxics on it, and it's just a freaking bag. Like, it's weird.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not ingesting it, you're not at any harm.
Yeah,
but you're also not supposed to eat a fucking backpack.
Keep out of reach of children.
I don't know. It's weird shit.
But you guys have seen Fight Club, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have.
Okay, so go home and watch Fight Club.
Okay.
But
is that Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Brad Pitt.
I knew it. See, I knew
No
of it.
Tom
I
Cruise.
just
No Tom Cruise?
Brad Pitt.
Tom Cruise is not in
One
Fight
of those
Club.
suckers.
Brad-
Okay, it is
Brad
Brad Pitt.
Pitt.
Yes, it is Brad Pitt.
It is
I
Brad
remember.
Pitt.
It's
Yeah.
Brad Pitt.
It is
It's
Brad Pitt.
Yep.
But yeah, Brad Pitt.
The young Brad Pitt.
Basically, the moral of the story is this guy is like an insurance consultant, and he goes around to car crashes, right? And essentially, there's like a seatbelt malfunction in a car, and the car catches on fire, and a girl can't escape the car because the seatbelt won't unlatch. That's the malfunction. And they say, go around to every time this happens and do an algorithm. X plus B equals Y, whatever it came out to be. And it was like, if it costs more money to recall, then don't recall them. We'll just pay it out on a lawsuit. So we're going to let people die. We're going to let these bad things happen because it's cheaper to pay out
Those
$300 million in a lawsuit. Whereas if you recalled it and replaced all those units,
It costs.
if it costs $400 million or whatever the numbers are,
Yeah.
then we'll recall it if it's cheaper. But I mean, it's not the premise of the movie.
Yeah.
But it's a very true statement on how companies and
It's just business ethics.
It's just how business works. It's if it's cheaper, then do that.
Yeah.
Business
and it's
needs
like-
more ethics.
And it's
They
like
do.
people will die. It's like, yeah, but it's cheaper to pay out the dead families, dead grieving families.
Corporations.
I'm not saying I'm going into business management to make a difference,
Mhm.
but I hope when I do get my degree and I do get a job,
If
in
you
the
were faced
field,
with that choice, you don't think you'd...
I would do the right thing.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, yes, money's great and all,
Yeah.
but I've never been from money. Granted, my fucking living in Arizona we were at the highest point of our lives, living not the lap of luxury, but we were doing pretty well.
Yeah.
And then have it all taken away to move here with nothing. I know what it's like to be on the poor end of the spectrum and the kind of have money end of the spectrum, not worry about anything. So I know what it's like. Money is not really an option. It's not a thing. I don't care if it's a difference between the $100 million, for example, even
or
if
100 lives.
Yeah,
There you
I would take the 100 lives
Yeah.
in a heartbeat.
Gotcha.
It's the right thing. Businesses lack ethics so much, and that's why there's such like a fucking gap of wage disparity that hasn't changed in like the past 20 years.
That's why less Americans now today own houses than ever before.
Yeah, I mean, just the world's in a really fucked up place. And I don't want to say the old people have ruined it for everyone. They kind of have.
Yeah.
It's going to take a long time before it feels like it's just. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I feel like it's going to take a long time before it's like, oh, people can afford housing and living at a reasonable wage.
The federal minimum wage is still $7.25.
It is.
$7.25.
I was just looking at that yesterday, and
Anywhere
you guys
else.
were talking about it yesterday, or was it the other podcast, the last episode? But I feel like raising minimum wage does not solve a problem for us poorer, I guess you can say, people.
No, but it's a damn good start.
It's a good start, but then your cheeseburgers go up to $2, like you guys were talking about. It doesn't make sense. So
inflation
rent goes up
will
$20.
exist, and
There goes my raise. So there's no point of a higher wage when you're gonna raise everything around me. There's no way to get out of it. You're keeping it in the same. That's why I don't get excited when I see $1 raise of minimum wage or 75 cents, because at the end of the day, we're spending more money just to live because they see us making that extra money, which is there has to be some limitations to that. They can't raise certain things in a community if they're going to give that community a certain minimum wage. I feel like there should be a balance between those two things.
Do you know what's going on in San Francisco right now?
I know there's a lot of shit happening around that area, but not in San Francisco.
They have like one of the highest cost of living.
They have the highest cost of living in San Francisco.
Okay, I know, yeah.
And what's happening now, this kind of shocked my perspective
Mhm.
as far as just like society and I guess feudalism. And you'll see what I mean. It shocked my perspective because it's got the highest cost of living and everyone out there is like a coder or some sort of savant of apps.
Very liberal and
Sure, but I mean, politics aside, it's a very wealthy place because it's all like super.
Everyone's well qualified.
Everyone's super educated, and they have degrees, and they're really good at like computer shit. It's all like computer sciences, right? But there's no one out there who wants to work at McDonald's. So they're like, how do we get more people to come out here and serve us McDonald's? Because there's so many people who are programmers and coders that they have their jobs, but they have to go out of town to get McDonald's.
I see that problem. It makes sense.
Okay, so the idea is that you need rich and poor together. And the idea, simply put, is that the poor service the rich. Because everyone who's a coder, why would they work at McDonald's? They're qualified, they make $200K a year. And if they want McDonald's, no one can live in the area because the area is
too expensive.
So expensive because everyone in that area makes a lot of money. So they had to figure out a way to make poor people, essentially McDonald's workers, come in and say, hey, you can live here, but they can't afford the rent. So it's an imbalance, right?
So it's housing? How is it? How are they letting them live there, but they can't afford... Or they're living there.
No, that's the issue.
They just can't afford to save or go out.
That's the issue. They can't figure it out. Because everybody who owns the property there...
It's too diverse.
Yeah. It's literally...
You either make a shit ton of money or you make no fucking money.
Yeah. Let's just say everyone makes $200,000 a year. Okay? Every house out there. And that's a livable wage out there.
Yeah.
But nobody who could do like carpet cleaning or McDonald's.
The entry-level positions.
No entry-level positions. Because the livable wage out there is so high. There is no solution for it. The idea is that there's so many people with so much money that every property manager, when they're looking for tenants, like imagine if we were all three looking for an apartment, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I can pay you $10,000 a month. And you're like, I could pay you $20,000 a month. And Josh is like, I could pay you $30,000 a month.
They're going to give it to me.
They're going to give it to Josh. Yeah. So the fact that a McDonald's worker is coming up and being like, hey,
I can make $600 a month.
I make $600 a month. Can I live in this apartment? And they're like, this apartment costs $10 million to make.
Go fuck yourself.
Get the fuck out of here. You're not even valued as a possible tenant. Whereas the people who make $200,000 are like, I will pay $10,000 a year. Same thing with like Wall Street people in New York. They can make that because they can pay their rent because they make that much in stocks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But in San Francisco, there's nobody for those entry-level jobs. Nobody wants to be a trash man in San Francisco because...
It's crazy. It's actually, you've been to San Francisco?
Never.
I've been there a few times for sport reasons. We went to go watch the Giants. That was a phone call. Sorry.
It's okay.
Podcast, non-YouTube people. Okay. So we've been to San Francisco for sporting events. I've been there for a Raider game. We stayed at San Francisco and then went to Oakland for the game. But Dodger games, it's a lot. There's a big homeless population there, and it is weird. And you don't realize it until you think LA has it bad with Skid Row. The problem with San Francisco is when we went, it's everywhere. It's in the nice areas. It's imagine seeing Brentwood full of with a Skid Row with it. It's these random people, homeless. Just we saw a guy bare naked at a decent place, like it was like in the nice downtown area.
It's like
There's
a bunch of
restaurants and shit. Yeah, some homeless guy with a big scruff, just dick. What?
Just a big scruffy dick.
Just hanging out. It's cool, but yeah, I've seen San Francisco's poverty. It's I think I don't want to say bigger than LA's, but it's huge. You notice it.
Yeah.
Just driving around the streets.
But yeah, the issue isn't necessarily. It's not gonna be necessarily minimum wage or.
It's just the wage.
It's just
disparity.
The wage.
It's
gap,
just the difference,
right? Because if these companies can afford to pay people $200,000, the rent just naturally goes up because the landlords, the renters, the people who own the building, know that they can charge more and drives up property value. If you were in Section 8 and you had people who were working at McDonald's, and that's the only jobs that are around. Like, take for example Tehachapi, right? This my dad lives up there. Not a lot going on there.
Nope.
Everyone works at the fucking Walmart.
They got a Sonic.
Huh.
Everyone works at the fucking Walmart. It's a superstore. It employs everybody. You can get groceries. You can get whatever you need there. Other than that, if you don't own a shop, you're fucking poor, right?
That's crazy.
And the fact is, like, you gotta pay rent out there. But people who own those businesses can pay more than people who don't have businesses, obviously. So the people who work at the Walmart, they make a livable wage because it's a low bar.
Yeah.
Not everyone out there can spend $100,000, and there's some nice houses out there.
I heard a lot of California population did not go up this year. A lot of people are leaving California for that reason of
Good.
just high,
Right.
right? Yeah, we have like, what, 40
All
million
three of
people?
us. Fuck yeah, get out of here.
Get out of here.
We don't want you.
We don't want your ass, man. But look, so we had what 40 million people or whatever.
Something
That's
stupid.
too much, man.
More than population of Canada.
Fuck
and
you,
think about
Canada.
that, all of Canada, just a fat land, small little. Yeah, exactly. So a lot of people are getting pissed at Californians for moving to their locations because they're buying the houses because they had the money
because
saved.
they have California money.
Yeah, and
in
they're
places
taking
that aren't
jobs,
California.
and then they can't afford it. I think isn't their minimum wage like in Texas like $7 or less than $7? Like
I want to say it's like $9 right
Yeah,
now.
it's not much.
They're not.
that's
I
not
think they're
much.
above the federal, but not as like where we're at.
yeah, we're like what $5 more.
We're way
But-
out there.
Way high.
Yeah.
California's stupid high.
Yeah, me and my girl were thinking about going. We're house hunting. I was looking at Palmdale because look, I was like, babe, we can be an hour from the city and still have a house of our. Okay, so for like $300,000, you can get yourself a nice house in Palmdale, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, backyard, huge as hell. Right, and you have like a nice house here in LA for $600,000, $500,000.
You got a studio the size
Piece
of
of
this room.
shit, nasty. You don't even get a backyard or nothing.
One bedroom, half bathroom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even a shower, just a toilet.
For double the price of a mansion in Palmdale.
And that's the exact thing. Is like it's because everyone in LA can make some stupid LA money,
Yeah.
whereas you can't do that in Palmdale because no one wants to drive from Palmdale to go to their
Exactly.
acting job.
And there's not that much work out in Palmdale.
Exactly.
So I told my girl if we do ever go to Palmdale, you and I had to sacrifice an hour drive. But think about it. Once you get back home, you're in a house that you enjoy, you love. You're paying less than you would pay for a home here, and it would just be the gas money is the problem. And for the same amount, we're paying $1,900 a month in a 2-bedroom. We can pay $100 less than that in a house in Palmdale that we
That's
can
awesome.
enjoy. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like that is crazy.
But
to
that's
me.
the thing too, right? It's like the only thing deciding that is the fact of everyone around you makes so much money.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
It's all
No
good. She's
worries.
hearing this right now. She's like, stop telling everyone where I work.
That's crazy.
But fucking imagine. So we were looking at places to rent in Kentucky.
Yeah, we
and Milwaukee.
Yeah, we were.
So you can get a 4-bedroom, 2 or 3 bedroom or bathroom, 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom in Kentucky, like fucking 1,800 square feet
Some of them are really nice.
for $1,200 a month
$1,200 a month.
in Lexington, Kentucky.
That's crazy.
You split it 3 ways between friends. It's like $300 a month, bro.
Yeah.
Each.
House parties
Nothing.
every fucking weekend, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. And then
And-
you charge for admission and you have a business.
And you'd still
Yeah.
get. And if we transferred jobs, we'd still get the same amount of pay.
you could have a $5 minimum wage and still make that shit work.
Yeah.
Somehow. I don't know how, but you would.
I have a buddy who moved back to Washington, D.C. at my Target, and he transferred to a Target out there, and he's still getting the 15.
So all we need to do is transfer to Milwaukee.
Transfer to Milwaukee.
They'd still give us the same amount of money, and we could pay the rent like nothing.
Like nothing. Dude, that
and
is
that's the life, bro.
$1,200.
Because we're in California. I've been in not my whole life, obviously, but like I haven't had to pay rent anywhere else, right? So like when I imagine like Arizona, it's like you can have those minimum wage jobs. Because my sister's first apartment was like $700 for a 2-bedroom
Wow.
for an apartment, bro. If there's
What year
700,
was that?
2005, 2010.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I mean, imagine like if we could just all get our own place on a minimum wage job.
I'd be so down if I were single.
That's what I'm saying, right? I mean, like, if I could have my own bachelor pad,
even then you have someone else that's even better.
Yeah, even then, now you're only
That's
paying.
true.
Now you're only paying
We're
$350.
paying half, so I'm blessed for that, man.
Yeah, now you're only paying $350 a month.
Yeah,
And it's like now you got the money you make in California left over in a state where everything's super cheap.
exactly.
California is hard mode.
I do want to move.
It is hard mode.
I want to move so bad. I want to move to like maybe Texas, because within the state you can still go to the beach at the same time, but you don't want to deal with hurricanes and natural disasters and shit. So you do have to think about that. I don't know why people live in those places if you know every 6 years and be a fucking hurricane. Like,
Yeah, dude, I would never.
Why would people
I would
do that?
never go to Florida.
But then it's cheaper there because
But
they
it's
have
so
these
cheap.
things.
I want to
But
ranch.
it's such a gamble.
It is.
That's why you go to like Dallas, where it's not like
maybe
coastal,
a couple
but
hours above
There's a
Houston
Dallas,
or
Florida?
something.
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Florida.
We're talking about Texas, dude.
Texas.
Florida
That's
gets
where it's
hurricanes
at.
too.
Florida does get hurricanes, but we're talking about Texas.
Very good.
Texas. Maybe the upper part of Texas, closest to California. I would probably move Texas in that location. I watch a lot of Fixer Uppers, so I'm aware of the land over there. I love Fixer Upper guys. I'm a sucker for that. I'm very diverse in my daily routine and what I watch and what I hear. I'm everywhere. But Fixer Upper is a great show.
Yeah.
Freaking Waco, man. You find these like nice, decent houses, but you have the whole fucking farm for like $80,000. $80,000, the freaking price of a car.
You could build another house on that land.
You could build 3 apartment complex and
Yeah.
dude, it's freaking crazy. But then you have to go drive an hour to the gas station or a liquor store for some chips.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the dream, right?
Hey, bro.
worth
I mean,
it.
if you could afford to build another house on your property, you can afford the gas. You know,
Oh yeah,
Worth it.
that's a dream for me. A freaking farm in Texas
compound.
with 2 fucking German shepherds and a gladiator.
How is your German Shepherd doing?
So
I hope I'm
did
not
you know-
asking too late.
No, well, she's not dead. We're talking about Kalani, guys. I had a beautiful German Shepherd. She
Oh
was
my God,
beautiful,
the
man.
best.
You remember her that much?
Dog.
How many times- See, I'm telling you, my memory is horrible, dog.
My memory's not horrible, especially when it comes to dogs. I love dogs.
Okay, I love dogs. I have a new dog now, so I'll tell you about that
But
one
is-
after.
Is your German Shepherd?
No, it's good. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
She's good.
She's
She's in
on
a
a
happy
farm?
home. I went to this. So I had her for what, 9 months to a year, close to a year. She was almost fully grown, but she was huge. So I moved out of my uncle's house in Ventura, so I didn't have a home for her to. I was gonna live with my dad.
Oh,
He
just
has a
no space
one-bedroom.
kind of thing?
No space at all, and that's sad. So I ended up online finding this German Shepherd rescue in downtown LA. I was going. Okay, so that day was actually crazy. If I can tell a little 2-minute story.
Do it.
Make it 10 minutes.
That is the whole point of this.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean that's why we want you here, bro.
So it was sad. So we went to this place. I took my dog with me so we can just check it out. This wasn't the day I was supposed to do anything. We go in there. I think I went with my fiance. Yep. We were barely dating at the time.
From now on, just say you're always there with your fiance. That way,
she's in every
that way, if
story.
she hears it on the podcast, she'll be like, "I was there, motherfucker."
That's funny. But so we got there. There's a bunch of German Shepherds, some mixed, some cute, some whatever ones. And this, I love dogs though.
Some that I can clearly
some
tell
that-
were donated and dropped off.
Exactly. But I took my dog there. She was the most beautiful dog. Obviously, not just being my opinion. I
was
had
she
a lot of
purebred
people.
or?
She was purebred.
Yeah, she was like a German Shepherd,
She's
bro.
like a police dog, man.
Yeah.
She was beautiful. But I got there, everybody complimented her. She's a beautiful dog. She was tamed. All the other fucking dogs are barking and just acting wild. But anyways, I was asking about the process, what happens, what do we do? If I do give her up, can I at least go find whoever has her? It turns out it's up
Can
to
I
the
visit
person.
on weekends?
Yes. It turns out it's my little 19-year-old brain. I don't know how old I was, 21. I don't know, but so
yeah, you got her pretty young.
Yeah, I got her. I was young, man, but I took care of her.
That
I made it
remember
work.
Nala?
Nala, you remember the cat?
Yeah, I remember the cat,
And I
bro.
remember that podcast. You guys hate cats. You guys are talking
Well,
about
he's
cats.
allergic to cats.
He's
Allergic.
allergic to cats.
I don't mind
I
them.
hate cats. He's just allergic to them.
Yeah. Okay, I can tell that story if you want. If you want to bullshit.
I mean,
whatever.
what happened? I want to know about the dogs
With Kalani,
first.
yes,
Yeah.
with Kalani. So we ended up just on the spot doing it because I knew
Gross.
it came.
I couldn't help myself.
You're funny, man. Okay, so me and my girl were like, well, I'm gonna leave in a week, so I gotta figure out if I'm here already, just get it over with, right? So we sign the paperwork, we do it, and I don't realize what I'm doing yet. I'm just like, feel like I have to do this. I'm here, I'm doing it. Go outside. They say, okay, this is the part where we separate you from your dog. We're going to have someone walk your dog with the leash around the block. It was like near downtown, near the city.
And then you're just gone?
And they say, you have to walk away so she doesn't see you. We're going to take her on a walk to make her feel like she's just going on a walk. When she comes back, we're going to take her in and you're not here anymore. So
that's heartbreaking.
It was heartbreaking for me.
Hell no,
bro,
dude.
I don't know what I was like a zombie. I was like not in control. I didn't know what was going on. So I just like, okay, I was like kind of like emotional. My girl was asking me, are you okay? Because she knows how much I love the dog. I freaking love the dog. So we got into the car. I was feeling like, I can't believe this is it, right? I can't believe I was kind of teary-eyed, but I wasn't crying yet because it didn't hit me. Go home. My aunt calls me and she's like, oh, hey, where's Kalani at? And I was just, I broke down. My soul was just crushed. I couldn't speak after that. My voice was I was already crying to the point where I couldn't speak because you can tell I was just like ugly cry mode. Like,
oh, man.
I couldn't talk. I couldn't even tell her. I told her I gave her up. And I couldn't even speak those words. And then that's when it hit me. Not when I was there giving her out. It was when I got home. I finally, I just poured out. Like, it was weird. And it's crazy. That was the first dog I ever bought with my money. Took as a puppy. She was young. She was like maybe 6-7 weeks, maybe a little bit before you can give them out. I got her like a week early or so. But I loved her, man. It's crazy how dogs can have that emotional attachment because they're just awesome freaking animals, man. It's crazy how we can interact with these things. It's like whether you believe in God or not, these animals were made to be companions with humans, and it's crazy the value they add to your life, just as far as morale, as far as just happiness, and in general. They're very healthy. I think everybody should own a dog. They're just awesome. But yeah,
damn.
It was sad when I gave her. I couldn't. It's crazy.
Yo, that's a heartbreaking story, man.
It's crazy. I can't wait to get my hands on another one.
Yeah.
Though, but I need to make sure I have a house and I do it right. That's why.
That's the shitty thing too. Is like you gotta have the space for them.
Yeah, but I know she's in a good home because those places they can't adopt dogs unless they know they're going to a right home. So.
They got to turn them over.
Yeah, and I guess she didn't want anybody to know where. I couldn't go visit her or check on her, see how she is now. But I'm sure she's loved. She's a good dog. She's very tamed and
she was always. I never once heard her bark.
Yeah,
I don't think she ever once barked.
Yeah, that breed in general, they're just great dogs to have. Yeah, that was sad.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
I got a story like that. If you guys want to keep this crime session going, man. So basically, shout out to Joe Nasty 805.
Nasty 805.
It's just his Instagram handle. But this dude I used to rap with back in high school. Basically, he got a dog and we were working on some music, and he got the dog like let's just say Monday, and then Friday, he had an eviction letter on his door. One of his I guess apartment mates, someone next door to his neighbor. I'm an idiot. His neighbor saw his neighbor saw him walking the dog and then going inside, and they've been like, hey, you've had that dog for a week, do you own a dog? And they had a no dog policy, zero tolerance. Wow. I go over and they're like, yo, you're going to be evicted by the end of the day if you don't have that damn dog out of here. And I was like, what? And he's like, bro, my mom's at work. He was like 16 at the time. I was like, all right, bro, well, like, what do you want to do? And he's like, well, my mom says I have to get rid of it. And I was like, I mean, you tell me what to do and we can go drop it off at a family or whatever. And he's like, no, we have to like put it to a pound. And I was like, oh, okay, shit. So I looked up pounds, and there's one in like, it was past Westlake. It was, might have been Calabasas area, but I guess there's a pound there, and we
by the freeway.
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah, so you know what it is. Yeah,
it's right there.
So we go up there, and we get there, and Joe goes up, and he's like, "Hey, like, I gotta get rid of this dog. My apartment complex has a zero tolerance policy, or we get evicted today. And he was like, okay, I just need some ID. And he gave him his ID. And he's like, oh, well, you're not 18. And he goes,
so what the fuck does it matter?
Well, he goes, you can't forfeit a dog or surrender a dog to our custody if you're not 18. And
legal purposes?
And the legal owner. Because it could be stolen or, they need to be able to trace it back to someone who's a responsible adult, basically. And he looks at me and he's like, can you help, bro? And I was like, what do you need me to do? And he's like, well, I need to be 18 to sign this. And the dude, like, he kind of picked up on the situation and he was like, are you the legal owner of the dog? And I was like, no. And he goes, are you
giving you the second chance to correct yourself?
Are you the legal owner of this dog?
That's great.
He's like, because if you are not, I cannot accept him. You cannot sign this paper and your friend is going to be evicted. I was like, I am the legal owner of this dog. And I had probably just turned 18.
Shout out to that guy, man. He is not a trash man at all.
No, yeah, he definitely I mean he read the room.
Guy.
He read the room. But it was heartbreaking, man, because, I mean, they only had the dog for about a week. But still,
yeah.
But to, like, have your family face eviction over a dog because their landlord's, like, a piece of shit. And, like, I just want you guys gone. It's, like, zero dog tolerance. So, if not by the end of today, you're gone. While his mom's at work and she's not going to be home till 8. And the pound closed at 5. It's, like...
What kind of dog was it, if you don't mind me asking?
It was a little dog. I don't remember. A terrier or something.
I mean, I don't want to... I guess there's ways to go around it. You can go ahead and get a letter from a doctor saying you emotionally need this dog. There's always that route.
Yeah, but in 3 hours?
Yeah, there's no way you can get that in 3 hours. But
And
that's sad.
Unless you know a guy.
Unless you know
a guy.
But even then, I don't know. I didn't know. I was 18, and he was 16, and we were just like...
Just kids, man.
We were told he's going to get kicked out of his fucking house, his whole family,
That sucks.
Him and his 2 siblings and his mom. And their dad. Like, just all these people over a dog evicted that day, unless that dog was...
You're already giving it a name. You already have 7 days of memory with this dog. Mm-hmm. You're thinking it's a part of the family. You're already
I just think it's fucked being threatened with eviction, bro. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I feel horrible for the dog. But at the same time, it's like the fact that another human would be like, look, if the dog's not gone, you are.
I mean, complexes, they do have their rules, and it's kind of written in contracts and whatnot.
I get that, man, but it's a shitty situation to put on a 16-year-old kid.
At least for the time, at least make it easier as prolong the process of having to get rid of that dog.
The same day?
You just have to
Same day.
That's fucked.
That's
same day.
Give them 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks is more than enough time to figure out which family member can help out.
I forgot what happened, but it was like he's like, I've known he's been here for a week, and I wanted to give you the time to see if it was, just a friend's dog or whatever. But like, I've kind of gone past my threshold of time I can allow, and it has to be gone or you are. It's like, shit.
That sucks.
Yeah, man. So,
dogs. Pets.
Another sad story of giving up a dog. So, the state of California recognizes me as a legal dog owner. Surrendery, I suppose.
You got the documents. You got the papers.
Somewhere in my FBI file, they're like, he owned a dog?
He owned a
for
dog.
a week?
Where did he buy the dog?
Because for a split second, he owned that dog. And then he gave it right up.
Yeah.
I think that's suspicious. I think they'll further look into your file.
Yeah, imagine.
The dog was drug.
It's gonna be one of those things that comes back to me in like the weirdest way. I'm like on trial for like an unpaid parking ticket that I never got in the mail. Yeah. And the lawyer was like, by the way,
this dog.
How's Cookies? Cookies? The dog, remember when you were 18, you surrendered to a vet?
Oh man, that's a 6-episode Netflix series right there.
Yeah.
I could make it 6.
It's one of those crazy ass twists at the end.
Yep. Nothing to do about a dog or a parking ticket. Something it's totally else entirely.
It's like, I'd like to call a surprise witness. Ooh, Cookies. Do you remember this dog, Mr. Barden? I don't. You gave her up in Calabasas. Oh, shit.
Man, I don't know. If I were a billionaire, I'd invest in dogs. Maybe cats. I don't know.
Just-
no, like invest in dogs in the way of like
give dogs
making
money.
Sure they
It's like-
have
but dogs are kind of stupid, so they
dog
just eat
businesses
it.
and shit. No, I meant like
Like a ranch.
saving them, arrange them to find
Mhm.
a home and really make sure that they surpass whether the,
You know what would be better than that?
What?
As a businessman, if you're a billionaire, just build an apartment complex that's dog friendly.
There you
Hotel for
you know
dogs.
what? You're freaking
Hotel
smart.
for dogs. It's a movie. It
That's what I'm
exists.
saying,
There's
bro.
a movie it exists.
Just
That's hilarious.
build an apartment complex that's dog friendly for all dogs, all breeds. Fuck
How
it.
are they gonna pay?
Go all pets.
You're freaking right.
No, dumbass.
They work for us, man. That's how they pay 1 day of the week.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, if you really were a billionaire, what would be better than keeping that family together?
Yeah, you're right.
Because when you didn't have
Apartments
space
that are
for your dog,
friendly,
You're right, man.
bro. Are you listening?
or just the dogs, families included, or just the
Dog
dogs?
friendly means family, and you can
Family
have a
and
dog.
dogs.
So you're just building an apartment complex at that point.
Yeah. Yes, but from a
Yes.
business perspective, you could say there's no, because a lot of them have like a weight limit or a hind leg limit.
Mm.
Like,
Hind leg, is that more than 2 legs?
no, it's like it's the
What?
length of their is it a paw arm?
Paw to elbow.
You could say
Yeah,
elbow for
just say however it's like
a leg.
yeah, a leg of a like it measures the length
They
of
use
a
it
dog.
to walk, so we can just call it a leg.
Like a German Shepherd. Eric, he couldn't have a German Shepherd because it's too big. But if
Eric just couldn't have one in general.
a German Shepherd,
Yeah.
yeah. But if you open up an apartment complex and you're just friendly to, let's just say, all pets,
matter.
all pets matter.
There we go. We'll
That
start
was
that
quick.
That's a movement, man.
You could just say like, you could have a husky or a Dalmatian or just big dogs, little dogs, small dogs, fat
Have you
dogs.
seen how big a Great Dane shit is?
It's as big as the
The point is,
They're as big as yours.
the point is, if you owned a complex in California, let's just say L.A., you could have moved to California. You could have moved to L.A. and kept your dog.
Let's make it Section 8 and move it to San Francisco.
Let's do it. I mean, essentially, too. Also, when you
Yeah.
think about it, like when you said you were in Section 8 too, that's basically the same thing as that for Thousand Oaks because it's a rich area.
Yeah, that is true. There's no jobs you can afford.
They just wanted you to
live-
work at the Arby's or
Yeah,
the Starbucks.
Yeah, where my brother worked.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
just wanted you to work for the rich people.
It all comes back to a full circle.
Yeah,
man.
and now we just need to
Yeah.
get the Section 8 established in San Francisco,
Fuck that
Yeah.
Arby's.
which is
Fuck that
shitty.
That Arby's was shitty. I don't know why my brother
It's still
liked it.
shitty, bro.
It's
It's still shitty.
I don't get
It's
it.
still gross.
There's nothing nice about Arby's.
There's
It's
never
dry,
been a
it's-
nice Arby's.
It's not moist.
I used to say the same thing about Wendy's. I've
I
never
like-
walked into a nice Wendy's and been like, wow, this place is really...
I like the food. It's just
the Wendy's has
I just-
good meat.
It's just
I like
you
the
gotta
food.
walk up to it. And
I
there's
like-
one person there, and it's just awkward and gross. And
It's the
the people that are eating food in the dining room are old, and it's
Yeah.
like, okay, well,
Yeah.
here I am,
And
a
it's,
young
it's
kid.
like one of the only places to get like a baked potato. It's like
Yeah.
through a drive-through. It's
At
like,
night it could be scary at Wendy's.
yeah, man.
I bet.
It's like
It's a little shady.
It's like the Krusty Krab in that episode of
Also-
SpongeBob, the hash slinging slasher, whatever you call that fucker.
Also,
I
it's
bet,
like
dude.
it's like why the fuck if you've ever been to a Wendy's drive-through, why the fuck is the food always ready that second? My food is always ready before I pay at a Wendy's.
So you're saying it's gross.
No, it's just it's suspiciously fast.
They probably hear, or they probably just they see a car enter and they just throw beef or chicken on the grill at the same time. It's just like
It's preparation,
50-50.
man. Preparation, great preparation. Well, you know what? I got 9 stock in AMC. Once these suckers open up, we're gonna do that apartment complex.
you do stock trading?
Yeah, a little bit.
Is it just
People keep
AMC?
calling me, guys. I
You're blowing
apologize
up.
for that.
check your phone.
So
see
you
what's
can
going
check
on.
it, bro.
what?
This-
No, I'm
we're not in
check it
school.
because I have so much respect for this show. I'm just put it on silent and
You
then.
could just check it, see who
Just
it
check it
is.
real quick.
Like if
Okay.
it's your fiance.
If
I
it's
know
your
you're not supposed
fiance-
Probably is my
You're not
fiance.
supposed to ignore them.
But what time is it? Why is she calling me?
Check it, bro.
It's 8:41.
Yeah,
Time freaking flies.
it
just
is.
see who it is.
Check your phone, bro.
It's my fiance.
We're no guidelines. We've literally.
We're
I have
almost
not.
at 2 hours. We're gonna
Yeah,
wrap in like
we
5
always
minutes.
kind of wrap it at a hard
Oh,
2
we're
hours.
good then. I'll give her a call back. She
All
knows.
right.
I'm gonna have her watch it. She's gonna see this complication.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to say to her right
Anything
now?
you want to plug as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. Tell us how people can find you.
I guess. Yeah. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I guess you can spell out M as in Mary, ER_C_14. And then that's just for Instagram. I guess you can just follow me there. Nothing else going for me, really.
Nothing else. Just Instagram and staples.
Yeah, you follow me on Instagram?
Buy car parts from his dealership.
That's how we fucking organize this, bro.
Ultimate blonde moment.
You gotta get my fucking number though.
Yeah.
Is your number still a 623?
I think it's 626-491.
Don't say don't.
Yeah, don't put your number out there.
Yeah, right.
But
it is not that number. Don't try it.
I'm actually kind of pissed because I'm not. Kind of my fault. Not the first minority guest on the show. Who was that last guy?
Raul.
Oscar? Was there two minorities on the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck me, man.
You know me, bro. I only hung out with brown people.
Yeah, you do.
We have one
Especially
white.
now.
I have one white friend. Josh is half Mexican.
One white guest.
There you go. So
Yeah.
Oh, you're half minority. So
Yeah.
I'm not even in the record books.
No, you're not special.
I'm not special at all.
I'm just pale.
Yeah,
Just pale.
he's a light skinned.
Now, my brother, I think, is a bit whiter than him.
Perfect.
Probably as white as you.
Really? I'm pretty white. I'm
he's
red.
freaking tall now. When was the last time you seen Josiah?
Oh, you talking Josiah, bro?
Oh, yeah, he's tall, man.
Last time I seen him, he was playing football.
He's 6 feet.
Yeah?
Yeah, legit.
Well, someone in your family had to get it.
I know, right? You saw me struggling every day in high school to be this guy.
You always wanted to be fucking Duncan, bro.
basketball guy.
Yeah, you
And,
really you're the shortest one too.
Yeah, the shortest one. I'll
Damn.
get by though on the court. I'll get by.
Damn. You can
That's
still
crazy.
ball?
Yeah, I haven't in like.
How is Josiah
years.
doing? What's he, if you don't mind sharing?
He just recently got a job at a he's into fitness, so he got a job at a I was about to say dealership. Damn, I'm tired. I've been up since 6 a.m. So
Oh man. No wonder you needed the coffee.
I needed the coffee. I was dead, especially sitting in a freaking highway for an hour. So he got a job at a gym, and then his first day of orientation, it got shut down again.
Nice.
So yeah, right. So at least he's employed. He hasn't got a check yet or anything.
Yeah. He's
Poor
not gonna
guy.
get the unemployment either.
Yeah, he needs it. He
Damn.
needs it. He has a car. That's why he just bought a car.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Is he
his
living with your
first
dad?
car.
Or?
He's still living with my dad. Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, it's kind of sucks. It's a 1-bedroom. Yeah,
I mean, it is what it is.
What it is.
I grew up in a 1-bedroom with my dad for a little bit, so.
It sucks growing up poor, doesn't it? Like people,
The
like,
worst.
it's just
Yep.
they just say it,
Yeah.
but it sucks. I remember going to a drive-through at McDonald's at a young age, and we couldn't get a Happy Meal.
Same.
You had to share. You had to get a $1 burger, and they were even stingy with that shit.
When I first moved here, I remember we'd go to McDonald's, me and my dad, and I was like, "What can I get?" Because when I went with
You had to ask.
when I get with my mom, she's like, "You can have McChicken,"
Because you don't want your hopes up.
and then
As a kid.
and then we'd all share a drink.
Never got those toys, man.
Never.
Never got those toys.
The only time we got actual Happy Meals is when I was with a friend. Because I think it was one of those things like I don't want to not buy my friend's kid a Happy Meal.
That's nice of you.
You know?
Something that we never got.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Nice, you know what I mean?
It's because you got to put up that
But,
image like
but that's
we're
the thing
not
is
super
like,
poor.
could you imagine
Yeah, you're right.
if you came over to my house when I was like 6 and we both wanted Happy Meals and you went home and you told your mom, Alex's mom couldn't buy me a Happy Meal. Your mom's would be like, you can never hang out with this broke ass again.
That's true. Yeah.
So I think it was one of those things, but yeah, it was like you could either get like an ice cream or a chicken sandwich,
Pick
and
one.
that's your fucking dinner.
Shit.
Cream. Yeah,
Yeah.
I ice creamed it a lot.
And then you're still angry later because you're actually hungry as a kid. And then you chose the wrong thing. But
yeah,
you choose the wrong thing every time.
because you're a fucking
'Cause
kid.
kids are idiots.
Yeah. All I wanted was goddamn ice cream. I didn't know my belly wouldn't be full in an
I
hour.
thought I'd be all right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Learn those lessons quick, man.
Yeah. It's crazy. But yeah. Almost 2 hours. Can we bring up one more thing? Are we there?
You say whatever you want,
we're
man.
at hour 57.
Bring it up.
I don't know.
Whatever you gotta say.
Anything you've seen recently in the news?
How do you feel about anything? Talk about it. Now's the
I
time.
got something.
Okay, so maybe it's a cool thing I'm not on the record books for being the first minority guest on the show because I'm a horrible Mexican if you think about it.
You're my first like old school
I
day
guess.
one.
Yeah.
I mean
true.
that's something. I mean this means a lot to me for you to come out here.
Sweet. Yeah.
I mean it means a hell of a lot to
Yeah.
me. You're the first one to bust a mission
Yeah.
to come see me, and we haven't seen each other in years. Bro.
Fat mission.
Also, first person who's not in the immediate friend group.
Yeah.
I guess you can say that.
You're like the
It's sad to
first
say, but
actual
true,
guest.
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, bro. So I really appreciate
Yeah.
you coming.
But I am a disgrace. I don't speak Spanish, right?
You don't need it.
I like Trump. So fuck me, right? I like Trump.
Good and bad.
Yeah. And then what else can you say? I don't know. I don't really speak Spanish, so it's like
Don't need it.
I don't need it.
You're in America.
I know maybe
No,
10%.
no
speak maybe 8.
necesito.
No necessity. You probably know more than me.
Perhaps, yeah.
Perhaps, yeah.
Hey man, if you're here, all you need is English.
I know, right? We are talking to a majority of an English audience, I believe. I hope.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why are they listening this long to this?
Could you imagine? It's
There's
just
no
some kid in like Japan just likes
Trying
to
to learn
listen to
English.
American podcasts for like ASMR before
It's
bed.
just soothing.
Yeah,
Our
it's like-
language is soothing to him.
I just like the way their accent sounds for their language. It's kind of great.
Props to
funny.
you, Japanese kid.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah.
We love you.
Drop some comments down below, Japanese kid. What the fuck are we doing?
Although, if Palm Peak or Joe Romero comment on this podcast again, you're gonna rain down. I'm gonna rain down hellfire on you
I gotta
guys.
see those. I didn't see those.
Ooh.
I don't know what's going on.
Ooh.
Stay tuned for Monday.
Don't throw rocks at a glass house.
Do not, because shit will shatter, and nobody wants that.
Ain't nobody want war. Ain't nobody want smoke.
Nobody wants the smoke.
I'm gonna check these comments out later.
I'm afraid of nothing.
No, it's scorched earth. That's the policy.
Well,
Think we're good.
thank
Yeah.
you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. If you don't like this podcast, if you think it's too long, don't fucking watch it.
If you think we're not drinking enough beer, don't
Fuck
fucking
you.
watch it.
All right.
This is long form content. If you've ever listened
That's
to
what a podcast is.
or if you've ever watched a podcast, they're long form content. Thank you to Anthony for being here. Thank you for your
Thank you so
time.
much, bro.
Appreciate you a
You're
lot.
welcome,
I
man.
love you.
I love you too, bro. Love you.
We are Two Dudes Drinking Beer. Thank you guys for watching. Catch us on Two Dudes Drinking Beer, and we'll see you guys next week.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you guys.